Welcome everybody to Miss Parker. Miss Parker, I would like for everybody to meet my guest, Joe Mercer. A story I picked up off of Instagram, off of Crime and Passion podcast on Instagram. But I like you guys to meet Joe. Be respectful. Keep your questions respectful. There's nothing wrong with asking Joe questions, but just be respectful and mindful in the chat. This is a monetized channel, so I have to be respectful of the trigger words and things that we're using. Okay. Welcome, Joe. Welcome to the panel. Thank you so much for joining me because it's always two and three sides to a story. And
Oh,
I, after watching Crime of Passion, I said I need to reach out to Joe, and that I did. So salute to Joe. Welcome everybody. Welcome in and stuff like that. Duck Down said, "What do you know about what you know about Youngstown and Warren, Ohio?" I don't know anything, Duck Down. I don't know anything. I just know Joe now. That's what I know about Youngstown. I met Joe and stuff like that. Um, I go on Crime and Passion, Joe, and I see this 17-part series of a young lady by the name of Aniya. Aniya is spiraling out. Aniya is going crazy. Aniya is going crazy on you, and stuff. And I just seen a young girl that was lost, Joe. And I did not understand it. And then I heard trafficking. I heard so much come up in this 17-part segment. I never thought by part 11 it was going to get about Joe. Because it looked like Crime and Passion said that it wasn't a story of love. She said it was, you guys' story was a story of transaction, meaning that you allegedly bought Aniya. So first off, I want to introduce you, give us a little bit about who you are, how old you are, Joe.
okay, yeah. My name. I go by Joey. I'm 53. Oh, I know I'm 54. I just celebrated my birthday a couple weeks ago, and yeah. I went up to Youngstown 7 years ago. Met Brian Van Duzen at a bar called Zodiac. I started helping out with the security. I started I was helping running that bar, Zodiac, Zodiac and Privilege at the time. Was running a security company up there. We had guards in different places.
Is this in
Uh,
Ohio or Virginia?
Ohio. It was in Ohio. It was in Youngstown, Ohio. We had party buses. Hell, we were transporting JFK's students to all their we moved all their athletes and things like that. I became very popular in the area. I was dating multiple women at the time. I was very, very poly. I was dating a lot of women. And usually I dated bisexual women. I'd always take two out to the bar at one time.
Hold
Uh,
on, let's pause right there for a minute. You said you was in a poly relationship. You liked dating women. What was it about? What was it that Joe had to be in a poly relationship?
Most women bore me. It's like, I have a lot of fetishes. I'm very sexual and stuff like that. So usually it would take like two women to satisfy me because this one might do this one might do this, which makes it a good combination because I'm getting what I like and they're getting what they like and stuff like that. I just did it, and it's like I really wasn't worried about a relationship. I was dating multiple women. I probably dated 130 women up there during that time, and
What's the youngest of the women you would date outside of leaving Anaya out of it? What's the youngest
I think
that you would date?
I prefer them over the age of 21 because again, I'm running bars and stuff like that, and it's easier to go to a bar when your lady's over 21. There's no question with IDs and things of that nature, and so yeah, usually over 21 I prefer because again, I like going to bars. I like to be outside. I'm running a bar. I'm running Privilege. I'm running Zodiac at that time. So if my girl comes in, I can't have an underage girl coming in the bar because I can get us in trouble and stuff like that. But the youngest I did date, I think was 20. She was close to 21, so those deals. But yeah, most of my women were in their mid 20s, whatever. And I was dating this one girl, Cage, and that relationship sparked a lot of people drew interest. We was going viral off of it. Matter of fact, somebody called me up one day. Goes, "Yo, you're on Snoop Dogg's Instagram." I'm like, "What's Instagram?" I had to download Instagram. Snoop Dogg had snagged a video of an incident between me and Cage, and that went viral. And next thing I
By the
know,
way,
I
that
get
video
I think
was
his name.
very funny. That video was very, very
It
funny.
was mad.
That skit is very funny. It's hilarious.
cracking up like, you're so tiny, you can't. She's mad as hell, but she thought I had cheated. And again, I dated many women, but when I link, I don't cheat. I'm with you. I'm period. That's what's going on. So that video came out on Snoop Dogg's Instagram. And next thing I know, Deep Powers called me up, goes, "Hey, we got Moneybag Yo coming in, Ari Fletcher. They want you to host a party with them. You'll be up on stage with them. You're gonna host a party, get everybody, amped up the whole 9 yards." So I did that. I got paid, I got paid good money for it, got a ride up back, hotel room. I'm just enjoying. I'm living my best life. I'm just out chilling and stuff like that. So once that happened, next thing I know, I got rappers calling me up. It was the first one was Big Trap Trey. He's like, "Yo, man, I need you in a video." I said, "I don't, dude. I don't rap." He goes, "No, I just want you in the video." And I'm thinking like, okay, cool. So when I get hired to do these videos, I don't know the name of the song. I don't know the lyrics to the song. I just go here, be on this day, this time, this be here. Okay. And then the first one came out. It was called like Joe. I asked him like, "Are we serious right now?" He's like, "Dude, the first one had to be about you. Everybody knows you. You're popular as hell. We got to do because I on my Facebook, I'll have anywhere between 5 and 9 million people a month on my page. And I was making it was monetized. I was making money off of it. Next thing I know, big T Sly hits me up. "Yo, man, I saw that video. You gotta be in my video." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll be in your video." So I went and did that video, and then I said I was cool with Nicole. Nicole was, she was amping me up. She was, advertising and everything. And Nicole started. She wanted me to do a 20 versus 1, get 20 women, go down Florida, get a Airbnb, and do that. And then she kept telling me, "Man, so you guys need to really work with this guy." And she writes music too, so she came out
Let's
with a song.
pause for a minute. Let's pause with their name. Let's pause
Okay.
right there for a minute. Cause Joe's going far. Joe's like, yeah, money back. So Joe, Snoop Dogg did post Joe's video. It was super hilarious. I'm gonna share that on my post after we get done with the interview. Y'all heard the name Nicole. I want to stick right there. I want to go back to Nicole in a minute. How old is Aniya? You just celebrated the 54th birthday 2 weeks ago. How old is
Yeah,
Aniya?
20.
So Aniya's 20. How old was Aniya when you first started dating?
She was. Turns out she lied about her age. She told me she was 25, but once we found out her real age, she was 1 month from being 19.
Okay. How did it come about that you met Aniya? Where did you meet Aniya and how did it come about that you met
Okay.
Aniya?
Time I saw Anaya was a couple years before this, a year or two before this. What it was, I was managing Zodiac had changed hands to our spot. I was inside there bartending that night, and then our regular Sir Jackson, he was our cook, and then you had Misty. She was like a local drunk. Ends up coming in. Um, when
You
that
broke up
happened
a
and
little
everything,
bit, Joe.
uh,
You broke up a little bit.
okay,
You said Misty was a drunk.
now yeah, she was like a local drunk. She used to come in and get drunk all the time. So she just, local. She was, one of our average people coming in, and they say, "You like little shorties, don't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I like little shorties. I like a certain body type, whatever." They brought Anaya in, and I looked at her. I'm like, "Oh, okay, she's cute. What's her name?" They said her name's Anaya. I said, "Yeah, hi, Anaya. No, you can't talk to her. She's 400 a night." I said, "Get the fuck out. I'll film out the
Wait,
bar."
wait. So you spoke to her and Sir and Misty said you can't talk to her. It's 400 a night.
Yeah, yeah. I said, "What?" I said, "She's 400 a night." I'm thinking like it was basically sex trafficking her. And I was like, "Get the hell out of this bar." I'm thinking like, nah, get, I, you know, I just I was a little bit shocked when they said that stuff because I've seen Misty come in for months. There's our cook. Why would you be doing this inside the bar? It's ridiculous. Why would you be? I said, just get out of the bar. You know what I mean? I just can't have us in the bar right now. It's bad business, whatever. So they left, and then never spoke to her again. Never saw her again. And then it was like a
So
year.
2 years before you got with Anaya, she was in the club, meaning that Anaya would have been like 16 or 17 at that time.
Yeah, and what was crazy when she walked in, I looked at her hand. There was no mark on her hand showing that she under the age of 21. She had face tattoos in the state of West Virginia. You have to be 21 years old to get face tattoos, hand tattoos, or lip tattoos. So when she first came in, I looked at her. I was like, "Was there no mark on her hand? She has to be 21 or older, because how did the security letter come through without marking her hand for being under 21 and the face tattoos?" I assumed, okay, she has to be over 21. Didn't think twice of it. But then again, it was such a quick thing. I really didn't even get to meet her. So they left. And then about a year or two later, she hit me up through Facebook. I could hear yelling, screaming in the background, all this craziness. And
Anaya hit you up on
she was staying with
Facebook.
Facebook. and she was staying with some guy named Trey Mitch. I guess Trey Mitch had just beat the shit out of her, and she was asking for, I need help. Can you help me get out of here? And I'm thinking like, I'm like, I said, who are you? I said, my name's Anaya. I was like, Anaya, who? Because remember, I was in the bar, I was with Sarah. I had face tattoos. I'm like, oh, I remember seeing. It wasn't clicking, what happened that day. I just remember seeing her there. I'm like, I got you. So I grabbed my gun and I said, drop your location. So I headed in her direction. Now, going in her direction, I said, hey, I'm about 2 minutes outside. She comes running outside, jumps in the car, up, hair's messed up. She's leaning her pants on a motorcycle. Dude just beat the shit out of her. And my question to her was, do you want me to take you to the hospital? Do you want to call the cops? And she's like, no, 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 no. I don't want the cops involved. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Which I found out later on she had a warrant for arrest for she had a violation of a probation from her mom. And then my second question was, where am I taking you to? I'm thinking, because at first I'm thinking, am I taking you to your mom, your dad, a safe place? And she told me, she's like, I don't have any family, and I'm now homeless because I just left this guy's house. And I'm thinking like, 'cause again, I'm thinking I'm gonna help pick this girl up, drop her off, go home, never see her again. I never thought twice about what it turned into. But here I am, being a Christian that I am. I'm thinking like, well, you know what? I got a place I'm staying in right now. I'm working on it. If you want to come stay with me right now, when I stay, at first I'm thinking, come to the house, let's get her cleaned up, let's get her calmed down. Then we can, really find out what's going on. Because at this point, all I know is she just got beat up. So I
So
walk.
Trey Mitch is who you picked her up from being he had just physically abused her.
Yes. So I get in the
And
house and I go ahead.
I want to get to Trey Mitch a little bit. Let's let's hold that thought. We'll come back to Trey Mitch. Let's get to Aniya's upbringing. Her mother, her stepfather, her brothers. Let's get
Oh,
into that a little bit about who Aniya's mother was and what happened
so,
in the home to cause Aniya to run away. Because Aniya was on drugs. She became a drug addict at a very young age.
yeah, she did. Yeah, it's sad, but yeah, she definitely did. Um, so what's going on is I, I let her stay at the house. And as we were talking, getting to know each other, communicating back and forth, I said, hey, whatever, you have no family. What happened to your family? And she's like, well, I have a mom, but, I've not lived there in 2 years. She's abusive. My stepdad was abusive, my brothers. And my mom's still, I said, so what's going on? She said, well, my mom's been stealing my social security checks for 2 years. Okay, so what about you got siblings? She said, well, I got two brothers, Aaron and Anthony, but they were molesting me since I was like 12 years old. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, my stepdad Marquise molested me. And there's an article later on I saw on the page. Somebody shared on Facebook, way later on, where she ran away at 12. And I saw that, and I was like, babe, see, that's why I ran away at home. I was like, my brothers Aaron, Anthony, and my stepdad Marquise was molesting me, and that's why I ran away. She went to her mom. Said, Mom, this is what's going on. And apparently her mom said, you're a crackhead liar or some shit like that. Why would you try to get your brother in trouble? Why would you try to get my man in trouble? Blah blah blah. So they molested her for years,
So
and
you said it
then
was an article. So you came across So we got the mother because I do her Naya. You sent me an interview that she done, and she's telling the person she does a jail interview and she's giving her story about her brothers and her stepfather touching her inappropriately, and she went to her mother. She thought she was doing the right thing by going to her mother and saying, "Hey, they're
can we
they're
pause
touching."
it? I have a phone call coming through, and I have to take this. Can
Yeah,
we
go
pause
ahead.
this for
Go
a second?
ahead. Go ahead. I'll mute you. I'll mute you, Joe. So you guys give you an update about Anaya and her upbringing. Um, Anaya was getting molested by her brothers and her stepfather, and she went to her mother. And a mother's supposed to protect their child. And her mother said, "You're a lying crackhead whore." Um, And one thing about Joe, he did send me all the interviews prior to him um, messing with Anaya, stuff like that. Times she was telling her story to people, and all these people played a part into the drugs and the running away, and that was her out. She thought running away was gonna be her escape to get free, to be free, And instead, she ran into traffickers. She ran into Misty. I'm trying to find Misty's charges. Give me a second. Y'all, let me go on Joe's. Matter of fact, let me play this video for you guys.
Alright, can I record you saying this? Yes. Okay, what happened with Phi? He hit me up.
And y'all gonna hear about Phi in this story. This is somebody else. We have Sir Jackson, we have Phi, and we have some other men, and we have a Misty, okay?
This was when I was on drugs at the time. I ain't tell no secret, yes, I was on drugs. Before Joey and me got together, he got me playing whoop-de-whoop, and I was at my drug dealer's house. He hit me up.
She said this is before she met Joe, before Joe met her and got her clean.
He said I was, looking for dancers and come and dance like strip. But like me, I wasn't thinking about stripping like fully naked, just like dancing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so that's why I'm thinking that's what's gonna go happen. So I had my drugs on me and he picked me up. He took me to his shop. He said that he had to go pick up a
Hold on. Because they had to break these down in pieces.
He said that he had to go pick up another stripper. There was one only other stripper. He had a bottle of Don Julio. He was saying he would drink from the bottle, so he was giving me, liquor and shit like that. At the time I was 17 and shit, so I was drinking and shit. Don Julio.
So imagine no guidance, being molested by your brothers and your stepfather. You're running the streets of Ohio, and you run from one hell to the other. So this is one of her traffickers. She thinks she's going to go make some money. Aniya thinks, I need money. I'm in the streets. I need money. Come on, I'm going to go get another dancer. So she's thinking this guy, this older guy at 17 is her friend. He's going to help her get out of the hellhole she's in because she went from one hellhole to the next. Listen what happens.
I'm at his shop and I'm tying it up with one of his homeboys and we just cracking the fuck up and I'm like, watch me be like the baddest, baddest stripper here or whatever. We're just cracking jokes like that. So anyways, you bring this white girl in. The same white girl that I was locked up with in Jerome County, freshly 18. So, whatever. So, damn, I got my time frame fucked up. It's all good.
Hold on. Because the videos are kind of backwards, guys. So I apologize to you guys. I think this is...
Going back into my consciousness a little bit, and I turned around and he's behind me with another dude, and they're like tag teaming me, and then I went the fuck off, and then we got into a whole argument. I'm like, this is not on my knowledge, and then the other guy, I went in the bathroom, so the other guy tried to go in there pressing up on me, and then I'm like, fuck it, I'm like, you want to give me $200, and he gave me two $300 bills.
Aniya thinks that this guy is ready to have a good time with her. They're ready to go make some money. He's ready to go get this girl. They're ready to turn up. She needs money. She's in the street. She's alone. And he drugs her. She's already addicted at this point. He's feeding her drugs. He's feeding her drugs that makes her forget that she's ready to go make some money. When she turns around, he's behind her. but when she turns back around, the friend is now behind her.
I'm back. So,
No, you're fine. I was just playing the videos of the situation where the guy they ran train on her. Can we elaborate on that story? Hey Lily, how you doing? I see you. Eyes on the prize. Galatians, Alicia, Shank, baby. I see you guys down there. Thank you guys. Let's get into that story real quick. Of is that Trey Mitch at the time?
no, that was five podcasts. That's him. So what it was, me and I, the Canfield Fair, Fi hits me up. He goes, "Hey, I just do a podcast." I said, "Hey, you want to do a podcast with Fi?" She's like, "Yeah." We did like two podcasts with him, and then when it came time to do a third podcast, he goes, "I just can't do it anymore with him." I'm like, "Why?" And she was telling me about apparently they had some sort of a relationship before, before it was like this back when she was 17 years old. This before, and I guess he'd been. I guess he took her to his South Side place. It was downstairs in a room, had mirrors everywhere. So she'd been. They had sex down. He kind of forced her to have sex then, and they kind of just chilled. And then he hit her up for a stripper party, which he lied that oh, there's gonna be tons of guys, thousands of dollars. You come be a stripper. So she came. He went and picked her up at Crip's house. That was her plug back in the day. He was a drug dealer. And so he picked her up, brought her there. It was only like a couple guys, and he brought this other girl in with they had a bottle of Don Julio, and they knew she was doing drugs. They paid for them, and so what happens is she got really drunk, really messed up, and she was coming out in this other room, and Fi was behind having sex with her. And she turned around again. It was another guy. They was running a train on. She's like, "Well, what?" And she like shut the whole shit down because that's not what's supposed to happen. She was supposed to go and strip, make money. And he wanted to have a whole P Diddy party. So
Mm.
that's how fine I felt. Wow, I was like, dude, we can't do podcasts anymore. I'm like, why? Is my girl just told me about you, and he came out this whole lot. Oh no, she came. She smelled like onions. We threw her out the whole 9 yards. Dude, why are you lying? I said she just described your apartment on the South Side, how you guys were downstairs, mirrors all the way around, and TV, ring lights, and everything else. But what it is he's with his girl now. Then, and she didn't know that he was messing with Anaya, and she was 17 years old. But he has this whole campaign and I'm this whole pedo, but yet I was with her when she was 1 month away from 19. Who lied about her age to 25? You knew she was 17. And you was already having sex with this girl. Then you brought her to a party and try to run a train on her. You usually let her do drugs, and you got her drunk and everything else. Like what the hell?
She definitely said they ran a train on her. That Fi was behind her, and then she turned back around, and the friend was behind her, and that they
No,
had offered her money and gave her fake money
yeah,
for them doing that.
yep, yeah, they were like, oh, sorry, no, they figured they threw her a couple $100. Be quiet about the whole thing, and the money turned out to be fake. She did a whole interview with somebody else. I sent everything to you,
You
and
did.
it's what's so funny. That's how me and Fi ended up falling out because of it. And it's crazy work at the end of the day because it's like, wow, dude, you really did this to this girl. And he to this day, he's like, oh, that never happened. She's crazy. She's this, she's that. And it's like, he's really a monster, to be honest with you, because how do you take advantage? You're saying, oh, I'm the one taking advantage of her because she has autism. I didn't even know she had that, any of that stuff till later on in the relationship. But here you are, 17 years old. I mean, her being 17, you're being an adult, taking her back to your place. And, like he said, he was sitting on the bed and he just kind of pushed her over and pulled down her pants, had sex with her then. But she should have known better then. But here she is later on. She was on drugs at that time, and she was kind of looking for money for drugs. And hey, come strip for me, get thousands of dollars. And it was another setup. A couple of guys were there. They got her drunk. They got doing drugs, and next thing you know, she got a train ran on her by
Let me ask
Fi,
you
and I think
this
his
about
cousin.
this receipt. Dimples, y'all feel free to say what y'all want. I just wanted to be respectful. Joe's open to questions and things. Somebody, this message, I don't know who it came from, this one right here. And it said, "This is Trey Mitch. He was feeding Anaya drugs when she was with him. He beat her. He had his dad take Anaya to Crip house for crack. Trey tried to sell Fi and me sex tapes of Anaya. Anaya said she was 17 in the video. I have screenshots of this conversation." So
And look at that. And Fi was part of that too. Fi told me, he goes, oh yeah, me and Trey Mitch, we watched the video, blah blah blah. He wants to know if you want to buy the video. It's $100. I'm like, why would I want to buy a video of my girl with somebody else? And secondly, she said she was 17. You're selling child porn. That's literally child pornography. So I mean, dude, no, I don't want any of that. What the hell? And here's a guy beat the hell out of her. Now he's trying. And what it was I guess she was using his phone and forgot to log out of one of her accounts. That's how he found that. Oh yeah, he has other sex videos of her. He tried contacting me before. Hey, do you want to buy the sex video? Why? I'm with her. I said, well, hell, her and I make sex videos. Why do I want to see her with somebody else? Why do I want to see her pass? You know. So
And where's Trey Mitch right now?
he's in Youngstown, Ohio.
Why isn't Trey Mitch facing the same? Let's talk about Misty, cause let's just kind of go backwards to where you met Aniya in the club. You said Aniya's got her hand stamped. She, you know what I'm saying, in order to get face tats, which we know realistically anybody can tattoo on the outside. We don't have to go to a shop. Lily said, so if you knew that Trey Mitch was trying to sell child porn, why didn't you go to the cops?
Actually, I actually do help task force. I help task force special victim units. I sent you screenshots where I'm actually talking to somebody on task force, and I did turn that in. So
She did.
that is being investigated. I mean, anybody who deals with the law, you just can't say, "Hey, so and so did this, go get him." So I did turn that in. So he is being investigated and stuff like that. So again, I don't speak no cap when I'm on here. I speak the absolute truth. I have receipts on everything. This young lady reached out to me about doing this today, and so the last 24 hours, I've been sending her mall. She has all the receipts. Anything I
Yeah,
say, she has all the receipts.
and I felt like you too, Lily, but he definitely has been talking to law enforcement, and she's letting him know, hey, Joey, I got everything, but you have to let me work. It's a process, and I'm looking into everything. It's more than just Trey Mitch that Joey has turned in when it comes to. That's why I started looking at Joey different than I had to take the emotions out and what everybody else seen with Joey and Aniya's situation. There, we see a older man with a young girl, and we're like, oh my God, he's sexually assaulting her based off of the podcast of Crime and Passion. I knew something else happened. So when I reached out to Joe, my phone got flooded. Joe is definitely in touch with detectives right now with law enforcement. And he did send them the receipts. And not only that, she said you was bothering her where you're sending her so much information. Let's put that out there. Yes, Joe was actually aggravating her to the point where she's like, hey, Joe, I'm the only one doing this right now. I get it. You're concerned. You want people locked up. This is a serious situation. I do got the receipts of that. So that answer, Lily. I just wanted you to answer that, Joe. You get what I'm saying? Because it's for you. But I do got the receipts. Let's get into Misty. So Misty and them say, hey, you say, how you doing tonight at the bar? They tell you it's $400.
Yeah, hey, she's $400 a night if you want to talk to her and blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, that's not me. I don't do that shit. I don't do that. I have women on speed dial. I have women every night. I don't believe in that stuff. You know what I'm trying to say? That's degrading. I should have called the cops that night, but we're running after hours at that time. We're gonna get the bar in trouble. He's our cook. Sir Jackson's our cook. And I jumped his shit. I'm like, dude, why would you try doing that inside the bar that you work for? That's a great way of getting the bar shut down, and all this other crazy stuff. So it was just a circumstance. Again, we was running after hours when they brought her in. Can you imagine me calling the cops? The first thing they're going to say is, "Why are you guys open? You guys are supposed to be shut down." You know what I'm trying to say? So to secure the bar too. So in hindsight, I probably should have, but hell, the bar could have shut down. A bunch of employees just lost their jobs, and my guy, here goes your liquor license, beer. Yeah, it was just a bad situation. I was just like, this is nuts. I was kind of in shock too because, again, why would a man working at a bar try to do this? He get the bar shut down. So, like I said, so she hit me up later on. I wasn't even thinking about the sex trafficking. Oh, I know. Here's a girl. I hear yelling, screaming, shit getting broken in the background. She's crying. The only thing that ran through my mind is this girl needs help. She needs out of this situation. And again, never dreaming of a relationship with her because at the end of the day, I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna go pick her up. Where do you want me to take you? I literally thought I was gonna scoop this girl up. Where do you got to go? Drop her off. Go back home. Go to sleep. Never dream I'm taking this girl now back to the house. And like I told her, I said, go get a shower. You smell, and she's like, what? I said, you're on your menstrual cycle. I'm leaving. You getting the cops? I'm like, no, I'll be right back. Just go get a shower. I ran down to the local Walmart, bought 3 brought the 3 outfits back to her. I said, here's some clothes. And she's like, I have no money for this. I said, I'm a Christian. I didn't ask for money for these. I said, you can't be walking around the house in bloody clothes, Those need to be cleaned. He said, well, I need money. I was like, well, I got money. Well, do you want me to suck your dick or do you want to have sex? I'm like, girl, stop.
Let's
I'm not that
pause.
person.
Let's pause. She asked you what, Joe?
He asked me, hey, do you want me to suck your dick or do you want to have sex? For money. I said, stop. I'm not that person. I don't do that stuff. I said, I'm doing construction. I was like, you see the house I'm working in now? Here, I'm gonna give you a real job. Like, well, I don't know how to do construction. You don't have to. Help me move boxes out of a room. If I ask you to hand me a tool, hand me a tool. Sweep up after me, clean up after me. I'll give you legit work. It's like the next day we had to go build a fire pit for sugar. I said, come with me. I said, you're too small to pick up the blocks. So do me a favor. All you have to do is hand me the silicones, the block together. I'm trimming trees and bushes. Help drag everything over. Don't not put it in the fire pit because I don't want you getting hurt. Also, I don't want you getting burnt. So I was giving her legit work. And then during that time, she had nowhere to go, so I let her stay in the house. And of course, we're sitting there having a conversation night and getting to know each other. That's how I found out about her brother's molesting her, stepdad molesting her. That's how I found out about Nicholas Felder, which I sent you. Remember Crime of Passion has me having this girl since she was 15, 16 years old. No, she was being sex trafficked by Nicholas Felder. I sent you the paperwork showing you see all the charges. And then
Yes.
after she got away from Nicholas Felder, that's when Sir Jackson met her at a trap house. I guess Mister was running this thing. He talked her and going with him, and he ended up going and delivering her to Misty, and that's how Misty started sex trafficking.
So let's start with the first person that is charged right now, which is Nicholas, and a plethora of trafficking charges, plethora um just horrific charges against young ladies. So
Yeah.
Aniya's not his only victim. Hey Byron, I see you. Thank you, Alicia, for being a member, sis. Appreciate you. Um, how did it come about that they started looking into him for being a trafficker?
So what was going on? She told me about Nicholas Felder, and I know people who work on task force. I know some detectives and stuff. I looked into it. He was already being investigated because what it was is they had her cell phones, his cell phones. They had all the transactions in there and a bunch of other stuff. So I was like, wow, this is crazy. So I was talking to them about that. I would help them take her up there, talk to them, and do all the processing. And that's when she told me about Misty. I'm thinking, like, you know what? Misty's no better than Nicholas. So I was sort of gathering information on Misty. He goes, hey, is an eye available? I'm like, yeah, for what? Well, we got this guy. And I was letting her run through the spiel. Hey, I need her here, 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 while I'm snapping copies of all the messages, sending them to task force so they could get more information on how sex trafficking proof. That's it. Hey, can you have an eye here? This guy's going to pay this amount. You have to, boom, 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 boom. So I was, kind of going along with it. And of course, I never took her anywhere. It was always, hey, you know what? She started her period, or she's sick, she can't do it. But I was just secretly gathering information, and I was sending it to task force, so task force could have more information on Misty. They was investigating her too. Also, she's a very well known madam up there. It turns out I didn't know all this stuff. Matter of
Mm.
fact, during the investigation, there was another girl, I can't say her name, but a very good friend of mine. I found out she was one of the victims. I was like, whoa, wait, I didn't even know that was going down. So yeah, she just got arrested, I think, last week. She's sitting on a $500,000 bond right now. And like I said, that's Sir Jackson. Same thing with Sir Jackson. And Nicole actually, and I sent you the video. I think Nicole actually did a interview with Misty. Goes, well, how did you meet Anaya? He goes, oh, well, Sir Jackson, brought her over and introduced her to me, and yeah. I think Naya told me the first night out, Sir Jackson and Misty sold her to a Mexican for like $500 or something like that for 2 sessions.
Mm. So we got him locked up and we got Misty. Let's get to Misty. So she goes from one trafficker to the next and then to the next. Let's get
Yeah.
to Misty. Misty has a plethora of charges. Misty is going to be gone for a long time. Thank God we got her off the streets up
Range
there.
from
And it's several.
and her victims range from 17 years old to 22. The 17-year-old is Anaya under.
Mhm. And she has a lot of girls for prostitution, running a prostitution ring and trafficking. So yeah, Misty really had a lot of people trafficked. Tamarish, I see you. Hey Bo. How did you meet Misty? How did you and Misty ever come into contact? How did you come into contact with all of these people? Like, was it through Anaya or was it way before Anaya?
For Naya, like I said, Misty was a local drunk that used to come in our spot over there on 169 South 4 Mile Run Road. It used to be the Zodiac, and Mad Dog ended up buying the place. He turned it into our spot, which I was managing our spot. And Misty would just come in and drink. She was a drunk. She would just come in every night and drink till her money ran out and left. But that's I just we just familiar when she come in there. She was in love with Mad Dog, trying to get with Mad Dog. She was kind of funny because she was always trying. Come on, Mad Dog. She was flirting with him all the time. So I really didn't think much of her. I didn't really speak to her much as if I just know what she likes to drink. I was serving her. And then Sir Jackson again, he was the cook. He was the cook for our spot. He was I mean his food, don't get me wrong, I can't down that. His food, he cooks like my grandma. His food's amazing. But that's how I ran into these people. Here's a cook, here's a local drunk. And when they brought in Anaya that day, I'm like, oh, okay, this must be one of their friends. Never dreaming in a million years. When I said, hi, hi, Anaya, nice to meet you. Hey, she's 400 a night. Blew my mind. I'm thinking, because I'm looking at both these two like, you cook here. I mean, I didn't say it verbatim. In my mind, I'm like, you're trying to do this in a bar that you're working at. There's other employees. You could literally get the bar shut down for this shit. And we run illegal anyway because we're running after hours. That's why I said, you know what, y'all need to go, get out of this bar now, because I just that's attention and heat that the bar doesn't need. And like I said, hindsight, I probably should have called the cost, but then again, the bar would have got shut down. You know what I mean? It's like, can you imagine the police rolling in there on a call like this, and their first question gonna be, why are you even open? The bar's supposed to be closed down.
So let
You
me
know,
ask you: was Anaya the only young after knowing that, finding out that you got these people catching charges, you're getting task force on these people, like, hey, they're trafficking kids? Do you remember now of any other young girls coming into the bar?
No, no, I know, because most of the time I'm just serving regular patrons. We was having comedians come in, actors, shit like that. No, it was never a thing again. It was they would no Missy would still come in once in a while and order her drinks. It was never talked about. Serves coming in, cooking. It was just like it never happened. It was just like, okay, we're back to normal again. We got the local drunk coming in, drinking until she, runs out of money, and then she leaves, and then serves cooking, and nothing ever happened like that again. It was over with because they knew I'm not going to put up that bullshit in the bar. So I was never addressed again. Never thought twice of it. Never thought twice of it again.
So she said, so a child's friends with adults. Please clarify that to me. So she's saying you see a child because Joe, can you explain what Anaya had on her hand when she came into the club? Somebody had stamped her hand.
No, no,
Um,
no. On her hand, they stamp your hand if you're under 21. It's like an arrow down, meaning under 21. But I looked at her hand; there was no mark on her hand. So I'm thinking, like, okay, she's over 21. First, as a bartender, you always look at the hand. Okay,
yeah.
they went marked. Then I saw a face tat. And again, in West Virginia, you got to be over the age of 21 to have a face tat. And she had 4 or 5 face tattoos. And so I'm like, okay, well, she has no mark on her hand, tattoos. Okay, she's over 21. So I never thought twice when I first, addressing, her age. I mean, and they never ordered her drinks that night. They came in, sat down. Well, they came in first and drank, then they brought her in after the fact. They never ordered a drink. They just brought her right up to me and goes, hey, Joey, this is Anaya. You like her? I said, yeah, she's a cutie. I like her. And that's what I said. And that's what I said. What's her name? They said Anaya. And I simply said, hi, Anaya, nice to meet you. And next thing I know, oh, no, 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 you can't talk to her. She's 400 a night. I'm like, oh, time out. I'm done. Nope, get the fuck out of the bar. I just shut it all down right there. Said, just get the fuck out of the bar. And again, I never spoke or saw that girl again until she gave me that phone call when she was getting beat up at Trey Mitch's house. They said when I was talking to her on the phone, it was hard hearing her too because I heard yelling and screaming and stuff, getting broke in the background. Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! And I'm thinking, like, what is going on? And she's like, I just got beat up. I need help. I need a ride. And I'm thinking again. I said, who are you? Because I didn't know who it was. She just hit me up through Facebook. And she's like, I'm Anaya. And again, I was like, Anaya who? And she goes, I was in the bar when I had the face tattoos. I was with her, but I wasn't even thinking about what happened. I just remember, oh wait, she's the only girl I've ever seen come in the bar with face tattoos. And I'm thinking, like, you know what? I got you. Again, I grabbed my gun, jumped in the car, shot that way. She dropped her location. When she got in the bar, like I said, makeup's all smeared, hair's all messed up. I looked down, she's bleeding through. I said, are you okay? She's like, oh, I'm on a menstrual cycle. I'm like, okay, no problem. She's crying, screaming. And again, first question, you want to go to the hospital? Do you need me to call the cops? No, 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 no. But then again, I found later on she had a warrant out for arrest because she violated probation because she was on a DV from her mom. And my second question was, where am I taking you to? I didn't know. I didn't. I really thought I was picking the girl up, taking her to a safe location, dropping her off, and going back home and just going amongst my life. And when she told me she didn't have anywhere to go, I just can't drop her off in the streets. I'm a Christian. So I said, well, come back to the house with me. My thought process was, let's get her calmed down. Let's get her calmed down, find out what's going on, see what she really wants to do. But when I got her in the house from her bleeding through her pants, there was that odor. And again, I said, go get a shower. And she was all animated. Are you getting the cops? I'm not getting the cops. Calm down. Go get a shower. You smell. So again, I went down to local Walmart, picked up 3 outfits, came back, handed them to her, and that's when she's like, "I don't have any money. I'm a Christian. Here, just take them. I don't need your money. Take them." And then she's, "Well, I need to make money," and I'm thinking like, I got money." And she's like, "Well, do you want me to suck your dick, or do you want to have sex?" And I'm like, she's trying to prostitute herself out because being a drug addict, that's all she knew. I mean, being molested by her family at 12, sex trafficked from 15, 16, 17, that's all she knew. I'm like, "No, I do construction. Again, I'll give you a job. Look at the house I'm working in. Here, hand me tools, clean up after me, help me move some stuff around so I can work inside this house." I took her on other job things and everything else. And she had nowhere to go, so I let her stay inside the house with me. We was sleeping separately at that time. I'm just trying to help her out because who's going to try to hook up with somebody? Hey, she's got the shit beat out of her. She's went through a traumatic experience. And
Hands
then
down said, what does Misty look like?
I explained her a job at a hut. There's a big back, this white girl. She's very foul mouth, the N word a lot. I said, you can't say that in here. Well, I date black men, so I can use the N word. I'm like, whatever. But she tipped well, so I wasn't bitching. I'm like, whatever. I was like, this. We
Isn't
want
it
to
Misty McKinley or McKinney?
McKinney, I think.
Yeah,
McKinney.
McKinney. They said Lily said shit 400 to talk to her first should have been a red flag. They said Christians do dirty work, not saying you do, but Christians do dirty work too. Um
Like,
so we got Anaya coming to your house saying, "Hey, Trey, what's his name? There's so
Mitch.
many players in this. Trey Mitch, hey Nola, hey Canola, not Big Bag. Trey Mitch has beat her ungodly. You take her home. You like, I want to clean you up. He wants to do a Christian thing, get her some clothes, get her cleaned up. She thinks prostituting herself out to you is, for the clothes and stuff, and you said, no, I want to do this the right way. Like, I can give you a job and stuff, but I want to get into how we got to where we are today. I want to hear this clip. I want you to hear this clip with us, and let's get started to where the meat and the potatoes and the pedophilia start coming out.
There was only fun. And them screenshots, he literally tried to lie to somebody the other day saying that while he was on the phone with him saying that I went on his phone trying to hook people from he was out there hating the peace while them trying to get. So Naya, Joey inboxed me to try to sell you to me, huh? Yeah.
He said Joey inboxed me to try to sell you to me, meaning
So
he's saying you try to sell Anaya to him.
Right. So what's going on was there's some job sites I couldn't take her on because she's too small. So I have multiple phones. So I just say, hey, here's a phone. Like now you see I have extra phones. Here's a phone. If you need me, call me, whatever. And so what she was doing was she was pretending she was me trying to sell herself because I couldn't take her on that job site. She wasn't making no money. So she was trying to sell herself to make extra money when I wasn't even there. Because common sense tells you if I'm working with task force and they're going through text message and everything else, well, why would you leave a paper trail? Why would you leave a paper trail? That makes no sense. So what happened was I'm on job site. I had DJ North hit me up. They're like, yo, dude, you're selling your girl. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, I just got a message from you saying, hey, I got this girl over here, blah, blah, blah. It don't work. I was like, I have no clue what you're talking about. He said, well, I got a message here. I was like, well, let me find out when I go home. So I went home. I said, hey, now let me see my other phone. So I'm getting on there looking at this phone. I don't see these text messages. And I'm like, Anaya, I said, what have you been doing all day? Oh, just in there playing on the phone, playing on the apps, playing games. But like, did you message anybody? He goes, what do you mean? I was like, are you trying to sell yourself? He's like, what do you mean? I was like, I got my friends hitting me up saying I'm trying to sell you. And she's like, well, I couldn't go with you today and I needed money. And, how am I supposed to make money if I can't go with you and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, why would you act like me? Well, they don't know me. They know you. So I just kind of figured, I could make some money and stuff like that. I was like, baby, I was like, remember Nicholas? He got busted. How did he get busted? They got your cell phones. Those are receipts. I was like, no, you can't be doing that shit. You don't ever do that shit again. And now we and I we're good friends. He just dropped that message out about 2 3 weeks ago. That message is from March of 2025 when I first met her. But remember, we wasn't even dating in March. I was just helping her in March. We didn't start getting close to April. So I said, baby, let me explain something to you real fast. I was like, I don't even want to leave this phone here with you anymore. But I said, I'd like you to have a phone on you because let's say something, the owner of the house comes back, something you fall and get hurt, something happens, you can call me. This is for safety. If you're hungry, you're thirsty, I'll bring you food, I'll bring you a drink. And I ripped her ass. I said, let me explain something to you. If one of my friends ever messages me again like this, you won't, I'll phone again. I said, because at the end of the day, look how they got him. I say, you're going to get yourself in trouble. You're going to get yourself in trouble. These are receipts.
And wait, hold on, Joe. Hold that thought. At that point, who is this that's saying you try to sell her to them?
That's Wheat. That's a buddy of mine. He and I were doing podcasts. We hang out. He's a Crockett. Remember, I told you, Mad Dog. He's a Crockett. They owned the bar. He'd come in the bar all the time. We were friends. We used to sit
Okay.
and.
Let me
I
read this to you. She said, Lily said, if I was a man with no child, I don't care, would be staying at my house. I would have went a different route with that, knowing how it could turn out and how that would look. At that moment that you get her and Trey Mitch beats her up, why wasn't getting her to a shelter or anything a better option?
To be honest with you, I've heard so many bad things about those shelters where people get raped in there. There's drugs in there. People get stuff stolen from there. People get killed in shelters. I've just heard so many bad things about shelters. I'm thinking like, hey, here's a safe house. When I leave, it's all locked up. She's safe, and she's got the shit beat out of her. And to be honest with you, after that Trey Mitch beat her up and stuff like that, I was truly worried about this guy trying to find her. I really was. I figured this way here, she's in a safe location. No, nobody knows she's in this location, and he won't be able to find her. So I just figured this way here, I'm giving her safety and everything else. And maybe in hindsight that'd be a better way to go. But I just don't. I don't like shelters. I mean, and as a Christian, what do I do here? Here's a girl who just got beat up and I'm like, okay, here, go live in the shelter. You're back on the streets. So I didn't know. I was just trying to do the right things. And I just thought, here I am. I'm cooking meals. I can make sure she's fed. She has clothes on her back. I'm putting money in her pocket. She's a good she's a good worker. She turned out to be a very good worker when I could take her on certain job sites. So I'm thinking like, why would I just throw her to the streets when I'm giving her legit work and I need clean, there's some houses I go into, I got to paint. Well, I need the walls scrubbed down. So I got to take her on here, start scrubbing these walls down here. I'm gonna go do this. When I come, she was a very good little worker. So I'm thinking like, you know what? I just got me a new employee. Let her do it. And at the time, again, she's through stress and everything else. And I thought I was doing the right thing. I gave her legit work. If I take her to a shelter, okay, now she's back in the shelter. Now she has no money. And I heard, I've heard so many bad things about shelters. It's not funny. So again, in my mind, I was doing the right thing. And like I said, as we got to
Passion said, was there a church that you could have reached out to?
To be honest with you, I'm not from Ohio. I'm born and raised West Virginia, so I really didn't have those resources. And at the time, again, I was running bars, I was running party buses, I was transporting athletes, I had security in Urban Academy, I'm doing construction, I'm doing landscaping. I'm a very busy person, and I don't know churches. I don't know the resources up there like I do down here in West Virginia and stuff like that. So again, I thought, hey, here's a girl down on her luck. Let me give her a job, a safe place, a safe place to live. I know she's fed. I know she has clothes. Again, I've heard so many bad things about shelters. I really didn't want to put her into a shelter where I've heard bad things can happen to people, drugs, rape, people stealing stuff and everything else. So I thought at that time it was a good option, and then I can get to know the girl a little better, so maybe I can help her. Maybe she does have family. I can get her to a family member. So I just thought when I come home at nighttime, we'd sit down and we'd talk about stuff. I think, and that's when I said, "Well, you said you have no family." I'm like, "You have no family at all?" And that's when she's like, "Well." Then she started telling me about her brothers, her stepdad, her mom. Her family is pretty bad off. I guess molestation runs deep in her family. She said apparently her mom's still married to the dad, but her mom ended up hooking up with her husband's cousin and having 2 kids with him. So her family is like, it's kind of really messed up. So
Mm-hmm.
again,
And let me say this too. Aniya was 19, guys. Aniya is 19, 18 going on 19 when she met Joe. Aniya is now 20
yes,
and stuff like that. Aniya's been trafficked several of times. and stuff. So she was broken. But everything y'all asking, Joe sent me the receipts. So I do have receipts. Somebody said, did she have a bank account? And that's and I wanna this is why I wanna break it down because we're getting ahead of ourselves. But Joe, let's get into the part where you realize that because Aniya told Joe she was 25 at the time.
Yes.
Um, let's get into how you came across her finding out that she's got all of these disabilities
Okay, so
and that she's not 25 years old. Let's get to that.
what happens is, else, and I came home one day and I caught her smoking crack. And I went off. I was like, "Girl, you cannot be doing this. Like, this house is not my house. It's a $25,000 contract I got going on right now." So but by then, this is in April, towards May, and well, yeah, more towards May. And I
Yeah.
picked up, opened the front door, threw it out into the street. And I was like, "You have two choices today. Either I did. That's when I said, either you go to a shelter." I said, I can't I can't. I don't tolerate drugs at all. I don't want to be around them. Don't need them, and especially on a job site. And I said, but you know what? I've caught feelings for you. By now I've learned all about her history and shit. And I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I have a house in West Virginia. I've owned it for 25 years, not lived there in 7 years. I've been up here. I said, let me put you through rehab. And she's like, well, I said, yeah, these are your choices. There's no and ifs and buts. I can either drop you off at a shelter, or I'm gonna give you a chance to have a new life. So what I did was, and I sent you the receipt for it. I took her to Midwest in Austin Town and put her through drug rehab because I can't bring her back around my family if she's on drugs. You know what I'm trying to say? And I sent you the receipt for that. I took her to Midwest. It was early May. She did detox. Once she finished up a detox, I came back. I got her, and I took her back to West Virginia. And I said, "Here's a house. We're gonna get this house done up. 'Cause my house is just, I turned my house into a storage unit. I'm a huge collector, and I said, here you go. Here's a new life for you. Here's your new life. Nobody knows you here. It's a small town, one community, no drugs, no trafficking, no molesters, no rapists, nothing. Our town is like small as hell. We're country. But in bringing her back here, she had nothing. I mean, I literally had to. That's why I said, she told me I get disability, but my mom's been stealing my disability. So I went over to turn her mom in for disability fraud and make her own payee. Well, Social Security told me, well, she can't do anything without an ID. So to get an ID in West Virginia, then I had to turn around and order. I had to go up to the next building, get her birth certificate. Then in Social Security, we had to order her Social Security card. Well, that takes 2 or 3 weeks to get. So now we're waiting for all this to come in. And then once that came in, I went down to DMV to get her an ID. But in West Virginia, you have to have two bills underneath an address in West Virginia to show the residency. So then I turned around, put her on the gas. I put her on two of my bills, the garbage bill and the water bill. And I had to wait 30 days for that to come in. Then we went down to DMV, and then we got her an ID. And by then, somebody had posted on Facebook that she was a runaway at 12. And I saw it on Facebook. I'm like, baby, you're autistic. And she's like, "Oh well," I'm like, yeah, I'm autistic, ADHD. But she's on a high spectrum, so I didn't even know. So I'm like, "Oh shit, hold on." I'd already got her into change. Had her a doctor. Once I saw that, I called her doctor like, "Hey, we need to get a psychiatrist with her. We need to get a therapist. Apparently, she has these mental disorders." So next thing I know, here I am. I got her a psychiatrist. I got her a therapist. 'Cause by then I got her a medical card, and then I got her. So we had to go to gastrologist. I got her glasses. I got her teeth fixed. I took her to a podiatrist because she ended up having flat feet. She has scoliosis. It was just a plethora of doctors I was taking her to. I was taking her to a gynecologist and everything else from that point on. It was just all trying to get her
Let's
mental.
get to the age though. What was the conversation? You see the
What happened there was when they showed her she ran away from 12 and I saw she had autism, it showed her birthday. And I looked at her, I was like, baby, I'm a contractor, right? And she's like, yeah. I run numbers all day. I'm like, yeah. She said, you're not 25. And she's like, oh, well, baby, right here, there's your birthday. You're 19. And she's like, well, I thought if I told you I was 19, you wouldn't have dated me. I said, I wouldn't have dated you. You're 19 years old. I would not have dated you. I just been like a mentor or something to you. I said because at 19 that's crazy. You're not even you're not even old enough to go in. And I was taking her to the bars, but I was so Facebook famous, nobody ever questioned who I took in there. So they assumed the same thing I did. She's over 21, and she's like, well, and that's how I found out. But by then we already established a relationship. I already have her back in West Virginia. She was pregnant at that time, which she ended up having a miscarriage. So at that time it was mute. It was like, okay, well, you are over age. So that's one thing. We're already in a relationship. I mean, I'm already doing everything I'm supposed to be doing for you. Now, again, we had a baby on the way then. So what was I supposed to do? So, but she's overage at that point. She's grown. So
He found it
that's
out
how I found.
before he found out Lily before he took her to get her ID. He found out her age by running across a Facebook clip. That's what he's talking. That's why I bought him back from taking her to get her ID and stuff. Because then she tells him about the Social Security, her getting a Social Security check. He didn't. Turka said you're lying, and Naomi said you're lying. Why do y'all feel like Joe is lying? Explain, ladies. Do you know a Turka or do you know Naomi?
Because the thing of it
And I
is too.
do. What did you say?
Because what I did was I took her to the Social Security office finally after we got all this done. We turned her mom in for Social Security fraud, and she wanted me to be her payee. And I was like, no. I said, I'm not going to be your payee. You're grown. You got to learn your own finances. So I made sure she became her own payee, so she's in control of her money. Matter of fact, I opened up her a bank account. When I opened up her bank account, it's not even associated in my bank account.
And let me say this: I do got the receipt where when he was turning everybody in, giving this lady, the police officer, the detective, the state's evidence against Misty and all them for the trafficking. He also reported the fraud, the SSS fraud
You saw that.
against her mother. It's on there. It's definitely on there. And she said she can't help him with that part, but she said she told Joe to report that to the SSI.
I
She
did.
said she can't help him with that. She can help him with everything else, but she can't help him with the
No.
SSI fraud. Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry. I just wanted to explain it to Lily and them. But to the ladies, welcome Turk Naomi. Why do y'all feel like Joe is lying?
Yeah, give me a reason. Why would I lie? I got receipts on everything. Why would I lie? I mean, that's the part.
Joe, why
What?
didn't she ever have a social worker? I never did ask you that, but somebody asked in the chat. Was there
Well,
ever a social worker with her having all these problems once you got to the doctor's appointments and all of that? Where is the social worker in all of this?
to her from 12 years old. She saw multiple social workers during that time, but she was running away from home. When that Nicholas Felder at 15 got her sex, he got her hooked on crack. She's running away from home. She was in multiple group homes during this period of time, but she just kept running away, going back doing this other crazy ass shit. And like I said, when she was with Trey Mitch, she told me she'd been homeless for 2 years. She just basically was couch surfing, from one guy to another guy to another guy. And I'm like, wow, that's a hell of a way to live a life. I was like, you need to get a job. Well, I'm on disability. I'm like, well, why don't you get your disability? Well, my mom steals it. Yeah, because everything was in her mom's name. She was a minor. She was 15 years old when she started getting disability. So everything, the entire time she's out here in the streets, her mom's collecting a check every month. She didn't give a shit about her daughter. Hey, I got my check. You know what I mean? And she has like 6 kids, and all 6 kids are messed up. She basically gets checks for all 6 kids, and her kids are nothing but cash cows. Her mom doesn't even cook. Naya showed me pictures of the house where the cupboards were bare. Basically, basically she raised her family on McDonald's. You know, they
I did catch something about her mother, and someone that knows them said her mother was only looking for her to reapply for the check. This is before anything with you. They said her mother was looking for her to reapply for the check. She couldn't get the check without Aniya because Aniya's running the streets and she couldn't find her. So researching, she had to have the child. It wasn't showing like anything where she was running from the group homes, things like that. So the mother couldn't receive the check. I want to get back to this real quick. You want to say something, Joey? Go ahead.
No, the checks never stopped. What she would do is she would just forge Naya's name. They never had her come in for anything else. No, the checks never did stop. She would just forge her daughter's name. They were saying that she's with her because at one time she was in a group home. The group home said, "Hey, while you're here, you need to apply for food stamps to help pay for food." She tried applying for that, and she got denied. She got denied food stamps while in the group home. They said, "Well, no, her mother's already getting food stamps for her." And
Yeah,
back food stamps for her. She's not even in the house. She's in a group home. But she actually got denied food stamps because, well, your mother's already getting, but she's not even in the house. That's
yeah.
why.
I know in some places they cut them off, in some places they don't. When you go into a government assisting home, they do. I know sometimes they let them keep them, Joe. It just depends on the state, but I know in Kentucky it definitely gets cut off. It goes to wherever the child is, those kind of things. That's why I think the person was
Right.
saying that They said, can anybody else back up what you're saying, Joe, besides your receipts?
Well, my parents. I mean, you spoke with my mother today. You spoke with my mother. You spoke. I mean, I did.
Let me say this. I talked to Joe's mother. And Sonya said if he's talking about the state of Ohio and caseworkers, I can attest to them being absolutely crazy. Thank you, Sonya, for that clarification for him. Yes, he said that's why Joe kind of explained that before you said anything, Sonya, earlier on the phone call. He was saying that's why he wanted to get her out of that situation because it's like he couldn't get help. You know, he's not from Ohio. He's from Virginia. So he's like, what can I do in the state I'm not from? I'm trying to get her resources here. I'm trying to get her. Duck Down said he documented everything on Facebook. He does. He has receipts of everything. He even puts out people's numbers for you to call. He does. He said, call them. She said, I'm dealing with them right now. So Lily, if you would like, go on his Facebook page. You guys drop Joey Mercer. He does. He said, I don't care if you call him. It's what he told me. And that's what he says on his Facebook. He definitely doxes. He said he doesn't care if you call the people that he's putting their information and numbers out. So that's what made me talk to him because what might sound like, see, we want to go off of shit. I want to talk to you. And Joe agreed to talk to me because I know it's always two sides to a story.
Yes. And here's something else. And people sometimes are like, oh my God, you're putting her business out there. Why do you even respond? Because I've learned one thing about social media, as you saw with Crime of Passion. If they don't know the information, they just make it up. Look at Crime of Passion. They've had me basically, I've been grooming this girl since she was 12.
I get it. Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
Documents where, no, I didn't have her during that time. But Crime of Passion has me having this girl since she was 12 and 16 years old. And which was impossible because now here's a 12 years old. She ran away. She was being molested. Here's when she ran away. She was being sex trafficked by Nicholas Felder. After Nicholas Felder, Sir picked her up and dropped her off to Missy. Missy is now sex trafficking to her. So of course I didn't have her during that period of time. She's being sex trafficked by these fucking monsters. And sorry for the language. I get a little upset when I think about this, but
no.
Whatever she came, it's gonna be like, well, she had to know you. You had to friend her. There are 17,000 people on my Facebook page. Do you think I know 17,000 people on my Facebook page? Back in the day, like, oh, a friend's request. Yes. I didn't see who the hell. I was just clicking down this. I'm busy. I'm just clicking, just adding people to my Facebook page. I make money off that shit.
And let me say this. About Joe. They called Joe the police over there. On many messages, they called Joe the police. He's got everybody that has ever harmed Aniya. He's got their jail pictures up. He's got their charges up. He got their news clips up over there on his page. If you like to go see it.
Yes.
Joe has anybody he texts, it's out there. Anybody he talks to, it's out there. It's on his page. It's nothing this man is hiding. If I'm hiding something, I'm not going to put it on my page for sure. For everybody to be able to go look it up, look into it, and look. That's why I wanted to talk to Joe. And I think with a lot of us, I want to say this. Joe definitely got the woman from the detectives involved. They told him, somebody even left a post, told him to get his police ass on. He posts any and everybody that harmed Aniya. And also, if Joe had something to do with this, you mean they got all these people and Joe's just free. Joe's just free. Joe's just living his best life and he's free. I talked to Joe's mother. Miss Deborah said, I didn't like the fact that she was 19 and Joe dated her. She said, but at the same time, I had to look at it that she's not a teenager at that point to her. She said, I'm not her mother. I'm Joe's mother. She said, so I didn't like it, but I told Joe what I didn't like. She said, but Aniya's a sweet girl. She's just got so much trauma that she's dealing with. And she said, and Joe's trying to help her in so many ways. She said, but Joe has to help himself as well because Joe had his own problems, not trauma.
No.
Not trauma, because I asked Joe, let me finish playing this and then I want to get into something else, Joe. Let me finish playing this.
Jesus. man that said he got all this love for me though, but in the beginning he was feeding into my habit. So he didn't expect that though. Say that again, repeat it again. He was feeding her the habit. He was feeding me the habit. He really said he had so much love for me. In the beginning when we
This is when I have a problem, Joe. And not with you.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hear me
But-
out. Hold on, Joe. Hear me out. Because prior to this, Aniya did an interview. And she was saying, Joe got me clean.
Right.
And I got that interview. Joe got me clean. She was telling about Trey Mitch running the train on her and, you know, them giving the fake money. Now we're here and Aniya saying, Joe got me high. Joe did this. The problem, and that's when I have a problem with you, because I'm trying to understand, how do you got so much to lose and you deal with this type of person? Remember, I even asked you about the abuse. How could you stay with Aniya? Because this is a dangerous situation. A very dangerous situation. One minute I'm telling the world, he's got me cleaned and I'm coming back to the world. He sold me. He was gonna sell me to you, and he was gonna. That's when Nicole comes into the picture.
Right. And I sent you the thing too where she was paid to do that. What happened was we had lost communication, and this is where they took advantage of her. They paid her to lie. I sent you the interview she did with somebody. Said, hey, they took Nicole gave me $100. Five put $30 on my phone, and oh yeah, now if you say this, we'll have you out of jail tomorrow. I'll call the state police today. We'll have you out of jail. And Nicole's like, no, tomorrow's President's Day. Okay, we'll have you out Tuesday. So they used that against her. They're like, she said, and what she say? I was paid to lie. I was paid to be an actress because they promised me money, which they did send her money prior, and guaranteed if you say this, and then we'll have you out of jail tomorrow. And I will tell you one thing: I did buy her drugs one time, because what happened was I was like, "Who's this guy, Crip? Oh, you know what? You want $20? I'll go get it right now." Will you? Will? Yeah, let's go. So I got the man's address, went over it, went back home. While I'm gonna use the bathroom. Hello, task force. Hey, here's an address. He goes by Crip. He's selling drugs. I was just at his house. I filmed her going in. Boom, boom, boom. Guess what? That man's house got raided that night. I shut that shit down. I had the man's house raided that night. I needed the address. That's how I got it. That's how it's. I feed into her habit. That's because I was paying her money when I left her at home. I didn't know she was having drugs brought in the house while I was gone. So me feeding the habit would be paying her jobs. She's taking that money. But I did one time. I said, "Yeah, let's go. We'll do it. Here's $20." I needed a man's address. She would never give it to me. I said, "Well, I'll take care of it right now." Went over, got again. Maybe I want to use the bathroom. Hello, task force. Yep, here's the address. I just took her over there. She bought $20 worth. She says he has a bunch downstairs. And within 3 hours, task force raided that house. That he was literally selling drugs out of his mom's basement. Yep. I did that. And honestly, you're right. I've lost a lot. I've lost my credibility with a lot of people who are like, "Oh my God, he's this, he's." You know what though? Those are fake friends. And, at the end of the day, I have 17,000. I was getting clout off doing what I was doing, and I looked at myself. I was like, "Wow, should I keep going with all these fake friends, likes and views, or do I save a life?" And I chose to save a life. And that's what I did. I saved a life.
So you took her to buy drugs from Crip, only to get Crip busted because you wanted him gone.
Yeah. You hurt my girl. I'm coming at you. Hey, mute me for a second. I have to take this, okay? I'm sorry.
Okay. You're fine. Hold on, guys. And I know this story it's a lot. That's why I say you guys gotta go check it out for yourself. I'm still new to it. I'm still gathering information. Y'all see me with my notes. I got notes all over the place up here. I got notes everywhere. And I'm like, hey, I got questions. This is a sad story for Aniya. Aniya is a victim. She said, this is good. I watched the story straight through last weekend. And not only is Aniya a victim, Aniya has a lot of mental shit going on. I'm talking about 1 minute she's her, she's there. And I asked y'all, I said, what's wrong with her? What's wrong with her? Because she has some mental issues. And when he broke it down about her childhood and the drugs, and he said, Miss Parker, she's autistic. She's suffers from this. She suffers from that. He said, I can't do anything while she's in jail. I can't make her appointments and stuff. He said, I have to wait for her to get out. Joe's not even supposed to be contacting Aniya. Joe just got a charge and went to jail in March for contacting Aniya. And he's like, what can I do? I can't do anything. She's pregnant right now. She's pregnant currently. Again, they can't give her psych meds. They said that they won't. Joe asked about it because she's having mental episodes in the jail where she's on lockdown. And I don't know. She's locked up. She's locked up, Passion. She keeps assaulting officers. She keeps, she cuts herself. She beats herself up. But she went back for doing something to Joe. And absolutely, the drugs, the trafficking, everything, Lily, everything. They can give us, they can give some of her psych meds. I have them. They said that they don't pay for, like, I guess Joe said that when she went to jail, her disability got cut off. Like, everything stopped. He said when she gets out, they said she can come back and get her check and stuff. But they said while she's locked up, everything's cut off. And he said he never wanted nothing in his name, so he didn't want to be responsible. He didn't want nobody saying he was using her for anything. So basically, he was like, she has to wait. He said, and the only thing they do is take her out for her prenatal and stuff. They do take her out for her prenatal visits, and they give her prenatal vitamins and her iron pills. He said, that's it. So I don't know how that's going to work out and stuff. It's a lot to this story. I mean, a lot. And a lot of people's got locked up behind. She has to go testify for one of them. She is right now a witness for one of the traffickers. Not Misty as of yet, but because Misty goes back to court, I think June of this year. Yeah, Misty goes to court next month. But I think it's Sir Jackson. She is a witness on his case. While one of the guys that's for trafficking. Hey Nicole, what's going on? Yeah, they're in West Virginia. She cracked Joe's head with a glass ashtray. Let me show you guys, matter of fact. I can show you the clip. And I think I'm gonna have Joe back for part 2, guys. This COVID got me burning up. I am burning up. Y'all, my skin is hot. My stomach, my back. I want to show you guys. Let me show you part
1. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Play with me. Done now. Stop playing with me. We done now. Oh, yeah. Baby, calm down. Calm down.
Let me rewind it so y'all can see it again. Joe, I asked Joe, what was that episode about? He said he went upstairs, he had to work. She said she's staying up late. And he said, okay. He said she called him 4 times in a row, told him get his ass downstairs. He said, all those clothes and stuff, Joey's lying on me. Oh, you're Nicole. Oh, now I get it. I thought you meant that your name changed. You was my Nicole to be over here with us. Oh, Joey's lying on you. You're Nicole. Wow. Let me ask you this, Nicole. Was you and Joe podcasting at one point before the pedophilia allegations and all of that? Cause he sent me some videos of y'all podcasting or something. Everything was all good. Joe wasn't a pedophile. I just want to ask I asked him, how did we get here with Nicole? I definitely asked him that. How did we get here from you guys podcasting together to now where they're let me see on my notes right here. Number 6. I said, let's talk about yours and Aniya's relationship with Nicole. And then I made number 11 question coincide with that one. That's why I got the Earl right there. And it said, how did Aniya and Nicole's relationship take a turn for the worse? It's touchy. Let me get him back.
I have business things I gotta take care of. So.
Nicole is in the chat.
Okay.
She said Joe's lying on me.
How am I lying?
Joe, let's get into Nicole really quick. Because
Okay.
I asked you about Nicole. How did you meet Nicole? And all of this. And how do we go from everybody's rainbows and all this shit to now it's dark clouds and rain? Let's get to it.
Okay, so what's going on with Nicole? Nicole and I were cool as hell. Nicole always defended me. Get her ass.
Sorry.
You know, I did. Nicole was always, for me and stuff like. Matter of fact, Nicole actually set up. She was going to do a 20 versus 1 with me. She was advertising for that. Nicole came out with the rap video. What are you doing with these girls? And I was together. And Nicole was doing multiple podcasts with me and Anaya. Our relationship. Congratulations on getting married. This, and that, and a bunch of other stuff. So Nicole was on our side, and then even after she went to jail, December 11th, 12th, we're still podcast talking about shit the whole 9 yards. And when she got out, I was getting really irritated by some of the stuff Nicole was saying and doing. And Naya asked me, hey, can you get on Nicole's ass? Yeah, I will. So and me and Nicole kind of got into it. Well, you're saying some stuff. I said, well, however, all this needs to end now. It needs to end now. It's like, it's getting on Naya's nerve, and Naya wants me to talk to you about this. And Naya is just too good hearted to speak for herself. So me and Nicole got into it. I ended up sharing our message. It was, hindsight, I should never done because Nicole was always a good friend. It's just, it was when it comes to my girl, sometimes I maybe overreact a little bit, but I got on Nicole. And next thing I know, now me and Nicole is fighting, and now she's all about saving.
So wait a minute. Let's go back. You said you showed who messages?
I took the messages between me and Nicole, and I actually shared them on Facebook, saying, "Hey, you know what? All she is about clicks and views. She doesn't really care. She gets clicks and views, is business, and stuff like that." Which maybe I shouldn't have done it. I was just my girl was on my ass because she's upset, and I'm built for social media. I can come on here, you can say whatever you want about me. I don't care. Anaya takes it personally, and so that happened when she went back to jail. Then all of a sudden now I went from her promoting me for 7 years to now I'm a monster. I'm this, that, and I know Nicole made a GoFundMe for it. I think it wrote like $75, and then she ended up sending her 100 later on, but she never got the other 75 back because the people in this little broke army kept saying she doesn't deserve the money, don't give her the money, blah blah blah, the whole 9 yards, and it just turned bad because because I do miss Nicole. Because again, Nicole was one of my biggest supporters. I mean, we had a lot of fun together. I mean, I remember going to her little place again at 20 versus 1. She made a rap video. Was actually supposed to do a live video with it. Matter of fact, we did one. She brought a guy in. He did some special effects, but she didn't care for his work. And so I do miss Nicole. Nicole to a point.
So you miss Nicole that's down there calling you a liar. You miss the Nicole that made allegations that you was telling her.
For this, her and Nicole, I mean, and I used to call her Big Sis. I actually went in. She had a hair salon. I set up all the booths and stuff for her, to construction wise. She's done Aniya's hair a few times. Matter of fact, Aniya's done a couple commercials for her. She's used it for. Everything was going good. I mean, everything was going good, and once her and I got into that one time, it all just went downhill from that point on. And it's shameful because if I probably never shared that shit, we'd still be friends today. But then again, I went from Joey's good to Joey's a monster. I mean, here's Aniya. I can show you. She's probably wrote me a dozen letters since she's been in jail about how she wants to come home. She misses me. She loves me. She wants to come home. So they're all making me out to be this giant pervert that I'm not.
Yeah.
So what the damn lying about?
Because
I
I
can't.
want to know. Because I gotta ask you that, Nicole. Like you have them on your podcast. Y'all mad kicking it. You're friends. Where does it go wrong, Nicole? And this is your interview, Joey. So if you want her to stay in the chat, that's fine. If you would you like her to come up so we can try to get some clarity, or you want to stay down there?
We're down there. Let us talk about everything. That could be another interview because a lot of times when she gets on here, if they want to yell and scream and name call and this, no matter what even though like for instance, I dropped the sonograms, right? Nicole's first response was, "Oh, that's AI. They're fake. They're fake. They're fake." And I'm thinking like, how do you fake? I don't know. But let's just do the interview with us for now. Then we'll do another
Okay.
interview. Then we can bring.
So she said, this is my thing, Nicole, and I gotta ask you. I gotta be honest. Because one thing I ain't gonna do is lie, and I ain't great fake to kick it either. Because I don't know neither one of y'all.
Here's a question. I don't see that.
Wait a minute, not you, Joe. Hold on, Joe. Hold that thought. Because you said on the Crime and Passion, I didn't see Joe's ex-wife. I seen you guys asking her, did Joe sell her? Now you're in the chat saying your ex-wife said this. No. We're gonna be real over. I'm too real for this shit. You said y'all on this podcast that I just played a clip of on the Crime and Passion. Y'all never said, "Hey, Aniya, Joe's wife said no." Y'all asked her like as if y'all was putting it out there. Now this Joe's ex-wife. These are serious allegations to be playing with. I don't play with the trafficking of the kids. I'm not playing with he said, she said, and all of that. I'm not here for that. I'm here for truth and receipts. I'm not kicking it with somebody and then go, oh yeah, I've been kicking it with him for a long time. Oh, his wife said, now we having a falling out. Now that we're pedophiles and all of this. It's kids out here being trafficked and everything every day. He faked the whole marriage. Your ex-wife said just told her. I mean, and Lily, there's been no deflection here for me, baby. Because he sent me any and everything I asked Joe. And this was 12:30 this morning. Last night, going into the morning. From 12:30 in the morning, and Joe woke up at 6 to get Aniya's calls. I got messages ever since. On anything I asked him, he sent it. Do you need more? What else do you want? I heard his mom in the background. I said, he was like, would you like to talk to my mother? I do.
And I hear the phone. I left the room.
But you said his wife just said it a couple days ago. Let me say something about Sienna. Let me tell you something about Cyan that I just talked to his mother about. I didn't talk to Joe. I didn't want to talk to Joe. I talked to his mother, and I didn't ask her one question. She told me. Miss Deborah told me. And the thing about Cyan, you're saying his wife told you, the same woman that told you he is a pedophile left her kid in his care. And you said, oh, yeah, I want everybody. You said on Crime and Passion podcast, yeah, I want everybody to know his wife Cyan is the first one that sent Aniya a donation. She left her daughter in his care. She walked off. She walked out of her two kids' lives and left her daughter with the monster, so to say, allegedly, only to take care of another one, and somebody else's kid. How you want to save somebody else's kid, but you left your own kid with him? Now you make it make sense to me. See, don't come fuck with me with lies and all of this trafficking in these kids. Because y'all didn't say shit about the wife saying a damn thing on Crime and Passion. Y'all said it as if Aniya was putting it out there. I don't want to talk to her. She walked out on her kids. She left her daughter with him. And y'all said he's a monster. Y'all said he's the monster. But y'all didn't ask Cyan. Why did you leave your daughter with him? And why are you trying to save somebody else's daughter instead of saving your own? Are we okay? I ain't talking to her about nothing. She can talk to you. She could talk to you. The mama told me that. Joe wasn't even in the room. He had to take a phone call as he just did. So Miss Deborah, the mother, told me this. And she also said she didn't like that Joe messed with Aniya, even though she's 19. She said, but Aniya's not her child. Joe is. So she has to take her grievances up with Joe. And she said, if my son is such a monster, why did Cyan walk out on her 2 children and leave them with my son? He got full custody. So I don't understand how we as podcasters not ask the real question. So you want to send $30 to save Aniya from Joe, but you left yours with Joe. She said, I didn't believe everything until, well, why ain't Joe locked up? Why is Misty and everybody locked up, but Joe ain't locked up? Why ain't Joe locked up? Ain't no way FBI's, let me tell y'all something. We talk about the police being crooked all day, but the FBI is so involved, and they called you that they don't want Joe, but they got Misty and everybody else locked up. Joe's right here on this podcast. Why we ain't fighting to get Joe locked up? Why are we going live and going, yeah, Joe sold her too. Joe, fuck all of that. But I'm a realist. I don't play the games. I don't got time for it, Joe. You know, I really hate this because I think with emotions, we have daughters, and I asked Joe too. I said, he's got 3 cases now. Send me the paperwork. Matter of fact, I got my homegirl can look it up for me. I don't need your paperwork. I'll get my homegirl on it to see if Joe's got 3 cases. I got my own paperwork. I don't need yours. Joe, I looked at it too as a daughter, and Joe has a daughter, you guys. I asked Joe, would he get mad if somebody dated his daughter? That if it was a Joe that dated his daughter at that age, he said absolutely. One thing about it is, I use discernment. And I can't get mad at Joe because she is 19. Is it too much? He's been arrested 3 times since it happened. I know that Joe's got arrested for breaking the domestic violence, the order, and stuff like that. If Joe did trafficking, if it's such these bad allegations, what are we doing? Not to get him to stay there. Like, I don't understand. What's he getting out on? I just need somebody to make it make sense. Alicia said, FBI leaves no crumbs behind. Absolutely not. And if Joe's been arrested 3 times, y'all mean to tell me the first 2 times Joe didn't have enough pedophilia on his record to keep him? They gonna keep letting him out being a pedophile? Not saying they don't. But Joe's trafficking, and they're letting him out 3 times.
Thank you.
Now, I don't know you. I don't have a problem with you. I don't have a problem with you at all, Nicole. I don't know you. This is y'all shit. I don't want y'all shit over here. I just want Joe's shit over here. Y'all shit can stay over there on Facebook or wherever else y'all doing it. Joe messes with a 19-year-old. And in a lot of people's eyes, even myself, I told Joe, I see it inappropriate, but I get it. She's not underage. She's not 18 or under or nothing like that. However they met, it was under horrible circumstances. Joe will see his fate if it was under trafficking. But again, Cyan left her 2 children in his care. She left a daughter at that, only to be worried about somebody else's daughter. So I don't get it. Still, we told the girl in her house that was trying to get away. Who was in whose house trying to get away? Because I got all their FaceTime calls. Let me get my phone. For somebody that's trying to get away, she sure was on the phone with him last night when I was on the phone with my girls. I had to wait for them to hang up from their jail call to call back. She sure called for breakfast this morning when she got up at 5:45 this morning. She caught him a couple of times last night, but let me get this. Jail call. Hold on. I told her we'll be praying for her over here. Um, I told Joe to take care of her mental first. We're praying for her now. I told her that we was praying for her over here. That I told Joe to just focus on her mental. Her and Joe. You see Joe's white ass up there in the corner.
Yep.
Again, her and Joe. Hold on. Again, her and Joe. Again, her and Joe again, like, you know what I'm saying? Anything I asked him for, he was sending me stuff that I didn't even ask for. Thank you, Sonya. Then she assaulted the girl at Misty. I told Seven Arrests to go get solid information on Misty, and I've been doing the same on Joe. I will be a character witness.
She's so scared of me.
Yeah,
Look
they're
here.
married and she's pregnant. She's pregnant. I just said that, Galatians. Go ahead, Joe.
Here, a letter from her. A letter from her. Another. You can see where they're stamped. My name, Northern Regional Jail. Another letter from her. Here, look here, from the jail. Another letter from her. Look here. Oh, another letter from her. Oh, look here. Oh, another letter from her. Oh, look here. Oh, here's the letter. Oh, wait, this is AI.
Wait a minute, Joe. Hold that thought with the sonogram and the letters. Hold that thought. You do know that she said that you guys, and that's my problem with Joe with Aniya. That's the only problem I have with Aniya. But I can't tell him not to love her. My problem is she told y'all one thing, she told Joe another, and then she made a video and said that y'all was paying her and she really just wanted to get out of jail and that you guys was paying her to lie on Joe. Hell, if they not married, it don't matter to me. If Joe want to claim his wife, claim her as his wife, I don't.
I explained that.
See, this the thing, Joe. This the thing. Hold on, Nicole. We can't find little stuff like that when we're talking about trafficking of kids. I don't care if he's married to her or not. Give me a receipt showing that Joe trafficked kids.
I can explain that too. I already did explain it to you once. So what's going
Like
on?
that's just the pettiness of it. He's not married to her. If he claiming her to be the wife's hell, she's claiming him. That's they shit. I'm getting to the meat and the potatoes, the trafficking. And where did y'all go from kumbaya high-fiving, podcasting, hosting and shit together? Now it gets to the point where you don't like him and he's a pedophile. These are real allegations. Misty put him in her case. Did Misty put you in her case, Joe?
Did what?
She said Misty, because I didn't see your name. When I looked up the news report, I didn't see your name. She said Misty put I don't seen a lot of names, but I ain't see Joey Mercer in there. I didn't see Roger, Joey, or nothing. I looked up Misty's paperwork in her case. Matter of fact, give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna get on it right now.
Thank you.
Cause if your name ain't in her case, I'm lighting some shit up around her. I'm gonna tell you that now. If Joey's name isn't in what I seen, let me do an extensive. Let me get somebody to do extensive. Misty McKinney, correct? I think it's Misty McKinney. Hold on, Joe. I'm gonna get right on it right now.
Okay.
Is it Misty McKinley or Misty McKinney?
Kenny. Yeah, I sent you a picture of it, but I have it.
Sister, I need you to do me a favor on some paperwork real quick while I'm live.
Oh.
This is in Ohio. What part of Ohio, Joe?
Mahoning County.
Hutton County?
Mahoning County, yes. Youngstown, Ohio. It's Mahoning County. Yes, ma'am.
Youngstown,
Like I
Ohio.
said.
Youngstown, Ohio.
Okay, give me 1.2 seconds.
All right. Bye.
All right.
I got somebody looking into it, Joe. It's gonna just take a second. And I wanna Misty McKinney says, hold on, let me put it in here. Hold on. I forgot I got another sister in the chat that'll do it too. Sorry about that, Joe.
Girl, you bad.
Joe's in the paperwork, but yet Joe sit on these panels and that's what I'm confused about. Don't go nowhere, baby. Come back. Don't run. Don't run. She said FBI came to me. No. You said it ain't about what FBI came to you. You said his name is on Misty's paperwork. So I got my sisters looking on she has the capability of getting everything I need. And Alicia do too. I forgot about you knowing how to do it too, Alicia, but I know sis got all those windows and everything. She could do the most and stuff. And I want it. Now she's gone out of the chat. I haven't seen Nicole posted in a minute. After Misty.
But think about it.
Misty can't put him on the paperwork. The feds, the FBI got to put him in the paperwork. You get what I'm saying? And they got to look it up and make sure the paper trail's going to lead. If they got all these people, they're going to get Joey's ass too. So Joey, just bear with me. Go ahead, Joey. Speak your piece.
Okay, so I'm working with Task Force Special Victims Unit. I sent you the message where I'm turning people in, and she's part of that group. So yeah, I'm working with these people gathering information on Misty. I'm gathering information on this girl. And you saw the other people I turned in too. You saw where I even have Nicole in there say, "Hey, go Nicole's page." Nicole interviewed Misty, and Misty said, Misty, how did you meet Aniya? Oh, well, Sergio.
So yeah, let me play that. Let me play that. Be quiet. Hold that thought, Joe. Misty was interviewed by Nicole, you guys. Let me play that. And she didn't say she met Joey through. She didn't say she met Joey through. I mean, she met Aniya or nothing through Joey, which you said that should be the one to name. If she put him in the paperwork, that should be Joey's name to come up. Give me a second.
Okay.
Give me a second, Joey. Let me play it. All these damn receipts, Joey. Let me show y'all. This man here.
I'm all about receipts.
I love receipts. All through her, everything like, and I'm at the bottom. I'm not even at the top.
I sent you a shitload of stuff.
Yeah.
I covered all bases, did I not? And like you said, I sent you stuff you didn't even ask for. But what drives me nuts is they think this is all AI. It's AI. How did I just pull all this out, pull that song out? This is all AI, remember? And I explained the marriage. I think I already explained the marriage thing to you. But I'll explain it to you again. Matter of fact, while you're doing that, so what it is we went over, we got a marriage license through the courthouse, got married, but when we went to go to turn it into Social Security, they said made so much money if we turned it in, then she would lose her disability, and she did not want to lose her disability because, like she said, she liked the idea check. So we, did we get married? Yes. Did we finish turning paperwork? No, because she did not want to lose her disability, and I agree with that. I tell you one thing: when she comes home, give us 30, 60, 90 days, you're going to see Mercer on her ID.
She said, Nay said, the Nay Bank said, turn yourself in. I've been saying that. Let me play this with Nicole and
Sir, which I heard, sir. I love his food, yes. Especially that macaroni cheese boy. Oh my goodness. Macaroni and cheese boy.
Now remember, Sir King, not Sir King. My bad, Sir King in the B sect. I'm sorry. Sir Jackson is one of those people too. And Nicole is interviewing her, and they're saying, "Oh, Sir's macaroni and cheese. Fuck that he trafficking kids and Misty's trafficking kids. Misty's good to talk to. Joey. Now Misty's in jail now for trafficking, you guys, in a plethora, running a prostitution ring and everything, you guys. But Nicole, you sure are having a good time. Ooh, macaroni and cheese. Why we didn't get to the meat and the potatoes about the prostitution ring and the trafficking?
See, now what happened was Nicole told on that.
Hold on, Joey. Let me show it. Let me show this video. Hold on. Let me show this video of them having a good time.
Sir, I heard Sir's kitchen. I love his food. Yes. Especially that macaroni and cheese boy. Oh my goodness. Macaroni and cheese boy. So, she just came to me. She was having problems. She was homeless. But then being else's addiction is.
She came to me. She was having problems. She was homeless. Where the meat and the potatoes about the trafficking? Go ahead, Joey. Take the floor.
To the end of that, where she goes, "Well, how did you meet Aniya?" Well, Sir Jackson brought her to me. Finish that out. You go to the end.
That's what she said. Exactly what she said. Hold on.
Yeah.
Y'all listen. She said she came through me, through Sir. Did y'all hear it? Let me run it back. Let me run it back for the people in the back. Listen up close. Let me turn my volume all the way up. Now that's Sierra, but it's the nail bang. Sierra. Wait a minute, Nay. Tell me again. Who's Sierra? I don't understand about that either. Like that's the least of my problems. That's the least of my problems if they married or not. I don't. And let me tell sis, since they're saying you're wanted. Let me tell sister. See if you're wanted. Do you mind, Joey?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, Joey, don't mind. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay, Sierra, baby. Okay, Bookie.
Yep.
Sierra's been following the story. Sierra was actually under your post, and she was trying to help Aniya out, and she was also being friendly to you too. I don't know, but I invited her over here. Hey Sierra Boo, welcome, baby. Welcome. Okay, I got it, Sierra. You just came in under the nail bang. My bad, Bookie. Hold on. Let me give Joey's name as well. So Sierra, we will both be no, if Joey is it Roger Joey Mercer? Joey?
Roger Joe Mercer is my full name.
Can you look up Roger Joe Mercer and see if he has any?
Roger?
Yep, Joey Mercer.
M-E-R-C-E?
Yes, M-E-R-C-E-R, yes.
Yep.
Ohio?
Yep. No, West Virginia or Virginia?
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
How long has he lived in Ohio?
I don't know if Joey ever lived in Ohio. Did you ever live in Ohio, Joe?
No. I up there years, but I always kept the West Virginia address.
Just do both, sis, for me.
Okay.
All right. All right. Yeah, hey Sierra Boost. Let me go ahead, Joey. Go ahead and finish. How did things? So you said you and Nicole was cool. You're up here saying you miss Nicole. Hell, Nicole surely doesn't miss you. And stuff like that. Yep. Are you familiar with Sierra that was under your post?
I don't know who Sierra is.
She's under your post. I think she said she had bought a few items and stuff for she's been following you, and she was saying that she was following you in Aniya's story and stuff, and how she was trying to befriend Aniya and buy her some stuff and items that she might have needed, and she was trying to be a good person from what I seen. That's why I reached out to her and stuff.
Oh yeah, we've had we've had a lot of people be very generous with us. We've had baby stuff sent to us already. We have a baby registry. People, at the beginning, we had people offering to do Aniya's hair, do her nails. There was I mean, again, at one time when me and I was together, everybody loved us. Oh yeah, bring her over. I'll do her hair for free. Bring her over. Matter of fact, her birthday, some lady gave her a wig, did her hair, did her makeup. Another lady did her nails. I took her out to Texas Roadhouse. Her birthday was fat. She was the best birthday she ever had. I took her to the movie premiere. I mean, if I'm this bad person, why would he ask me to be in a movie? If I'm in the dark, do it this way. If I was truly sex trafficking her, why would I put her through rehab? Why would I take her out of the Youngstown area? Why would I bring her to a small country town with one red light where everybody knows everybody? So I mean, come on, it's just a little bit of common sense here helps out a lot. So if somebody, oh my God, you have her trapped. Okay, so you're sitting there telling me I've taken her to how many doctors now? How many doctor's appointments? Wouldn't you think if I was doing all this and she's being held behind her will against her will, why wouldn't she have told her doctor? She goes to therapy. I got a psychiatrist, a therapist, a gynecologist, a podiatrist, a gastrologist, a gynecologist. Don't you think she would have had many chances? Like, hey, he's holding me against my will. No, I've had her all these places, and it's like, no. All I've tried doing for this girl, and believe me, I was told by somebody, if you stay with Aniya, you'll lose everything. You'll lose everything. And what am I going to lose? Clicks and views? Fake friends I don't even know? There's 17,000 people on my one page. I don't even know how many's on my Instagram or my TikTok, whatever. Those are just
Hold
people I talk to.
Are you willing to have a conversation with Sierra Joe, or you just want to keep her in the chat? Joe don't want to argue with
I don't
anybody.
know Sierra.
She said, "I'll tell
I'm
him
not
who
here to
I."
argue.
She said she'll tell you who
Pardon me?
she is if I let her. She said she wants to
Who
talk
is
to you.
she?
She's under your post. That's how I found her. She's under a lot of your videos with Anaya.
Yeah, I'd have to go look. I don't know. I don't really read a lot of
Okay.
that stuff. I'd have to look. Let's just keep
Okay.
it this way. Let's just keep it this way for
Okay.
right now. Then we can always
Okay.
do a part two where we can bring guests up if they
Yeah,
want to do because
I do. I want to do a
I
part. I want to get your interactions with not Nicole, but definitely Sierra. Because Sierra, when I looked up, she was definitely one of those. She said she's not going to argue with you. But Sierra was definitely one of those that was. She wasn't against you guys. She was. That's why I picked her out of everybody under the comment section because she was one of those that was definitely like trying to
I support
trying
her.
to be a friend and be supportive. She was. And I like those kind of people. She's like, hey, nah, I'm just really trying to help you. I'm not trying to drag you down. I'm really just here to help. And every time I look up, she was saying something.
Right, right, right,
Versus
right.
Passion said, my apologies, but there's more to the interaction with Nicole. Why? What's going on, Joey?
I don't know because like I said, Nicole was just a supporter. I mean, she was using her own money again. She was trying to advertise for a 20 versus one. She was going to pay for everything. 20 girls, Florida. She made a whole rap video about me, Joey. What are you doing with these girls? She was trying to do a real live one, but we could just never connect on that. Again, when she opened that beauty salon, I went in. I actually set up all the booths, put the mirrors up, did all that work for her.
Let me get to that. The video. Now, Nicole, he's a predator, so you say, a trafficker. And I'm seeing you in this outfit that's cut up all on the sides. I damn near see everything but cooch. I don't get the meaning of that video that I'm exposing. Joey, was y'all even friends at the time of Joey? What are you doing with these girls? Was y'all cool at the
Yes,
time?
yes, we was.
Oh, I could
Oh, it was
tell
cool
with
as hell.
the video was pretty provocative. The outfit she had on was pretty provocative. It didn't give me that she's trying to take you down. I must say that. Not that one kind of way. Not in the police kind of way. So I didn't. And then you said Nicole wanted to pay for a 20 versus one with you in it. And stuff. So that's what throws me. I'm like, Passion. Where did this hate come from? Where did this I want Joe to go down to? How we go from being friends to now I want the police to pick you up and I want the FBI.
Okay,
FBI came
so
to
what happened?
me.
Right. So what happened was, they were doing some skits. She was making some rude comments. She made some videos about her that was kind of bad, and I was like, can you please talk to Nicole? I don't need this right now. I just got out. I just want to focus. Read all that stuff. I'm like, yeah. So I said, Nicole, can you please stop these videos? Can you please stop talking about Anaya right now? She's just trying to refocus. You know what I mean? Try to get over all this bullshit. She's just been through a bad time in her life, bad time and everything else. And she's like, well, it's just for, it's for fun, it's clicks and views. I said, well, it's not fun when you hurt my girl's feelings. It's not fun at all when you hurt my girl's feelings at all. And her and I just got into it, and I got so mad. And I posted our conversation on Facebook like, you Nicole, all you are is you don't even really care about this girl. She used to call you big sis, and all you care about is clicks and views. That's all you care about. And ever since then, Nicole, she'll tell you on her Facebook she's bipolar. So she went from my biggest supporter to now my biggest hater. I mean, it's like here they're reaching out to my ex-wife. My ex-wife. It's like, oh, well, she said this. Well, she said this. Let's see. I got a divorce. I got the house, both cars, motorcycle, full custody of my kids. She walked away. She had to pay me child support, and it's like, but yet 10 years later, you know, she's oh, Joey, this, Joey, this. Well, why wouldn't you brought that up during the divorce? Why would you not fight for? If I'm this bad person, why would you not fought for your children or your daughter or stuff like that? You just dumped her, and then it was so bad at one time that my daughter's when she graduated from high school, my daughter's like, hey, can I do all the invitations? I'm like, hey, I gave her the address books. Here is for the here you go. Here's all the here's everything, and we're doing the graduation. I'm looking around. Where's Cyan at? I was like, where's her? Dad, I didn't invite her. I said, you didn't invite your mother to your what? Why wouldn't you invite your mom and her family? Dad, I just don't want no drama. I didn't want no drama here. These are people I love. These are people who are here to celebrate me. I don't want no drama. So of course he calls me bitching about. Yeah, I said I didn't do shit. I said, Samantha, come here. I said, who did it? He goes, Mom, I didn't want you here. All you are is drama. All you are is drama. And then
Let me show
Cyan's like,
something,
well,
Joey.
after her graduate,
Let me show
pardon me.
something. Let me show something.
Okay.
Nicole said, I met Joey. I want to play this video. Joey and Aniya on Nicole's.
Okay, so when did y'all meet? We met last year. Okay, Zodiac. Okay, so let's clarify this meet. This is you just walking in the shop, in the club, and he's serving drinks. Yep, I was with some other people who needs, regulars, and I don't know how I did get through with our security stopping me, but hey, and we really did link up.
Didn't Joey say that when I asked him how he met her? And that is Joey
Thank
and
you.
Aniya with Nicole. And Nicole saying, how'd you get a close? She said, Aniya said, I don't know how security let me in there. Joey was a
Yep.
bartender at the time. She said, Joey,
Yep.
let me come up, bro. I promise I ain't finna get on you, but I'm definitely telling my side of this. She said, because I want to talk while he's here because I have receipts too. I
Well, like
don't
I said,
know.
we're just gonna do us for right now, and then we'll do a
Mhm.
part two where then we can have guests. This way we can get all the information out there without yelling, screaming, name calling. Because that's why I don't like doing podcasts with him either. Because no matter what you say, it's a lie, and he just wants to overtalk you and name call and this. But yet here's and you got the video where he had her at 17, and they ran a train on her because they got her drunk and high and gave her fake money. You have all that. So I mean, but he denies that to this day. Oh, that never happened. But this happened. No, when it comes to him, he's an angel. But with me, I'm a monster. But yet again, we were doing podcasts, laughing, joking, the whole 9 yards. So you just can't talk to the man because there's no talking to. Because no matter what you say is a lie. What he says is gospel. Even though she says describes his place, the bedroom, the mirrors on the wall, ring lights, and what all happened. She describes it perfectly.
I do want to get
And
into
again,
one video. Go
And
ahead. Go ahead.
again, you saw the messages about Trey Mitch. He saw the video, and Trey Mitch wanted $100 for her underage. He's trying to promote. Here's Fi trying to promote child porn.
Yeah, he definitely,
And
he
that and that's
definitely.
and if you look on the podcast, who's on the podcast? Fi, Nicole, and Wheat. So you're sitting there now telling me that I'm the bad guy, but they're doing podcasts with a whole pedophile who basically had her come in and get drugged, drunk, and he ran a train on her, and he admits it. Oh, my cousin gave her two fake $100 bills. And you're the good guy, and we're supposed to believe you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sierra
like make
said,
that make
uh,
sense.
Sierra, what is he capping about? What is Joey capping about? I do want to ask you a question off the grid, and I don't know how this is a little personal. I do want to play one thing that you did send me, and I did hear Aniya say this on Crime of Passion, but you actually sent this receipt um, to me, and I want to get into it. And let's listen to this one.
About Joey fucking Mercer. Roger Joe Mercer Jr. I hope you die, bitch. You cheating on me after all you fucking
Yep.
put through, you motherfucking retarded ass bitch. I hope you let that bitch know you got herpes. Whoever your fucking Valentine's Day is, I hope this go all over the fucking Facebook. You touch her, you eat her pussy, she get herpes, your dick infected.
Yes, I can answer that. So what happened was she was in jail. I'm at home, and people were just saying dumbass shit. And I thought they told her that I was cheating on her. Well, I spent the entire, again, I wish my mom was here because she'll tell you I spent with my mom and dad all day that day. They went shopping. They brought me back one of these little heart thingies for Valentine's Day because mom, you're not gonna do Valentine's Day. I was like, until my wife's home, all holidays are canceled. But they told her that I was cheating on her.
Who
They
told
told
her
her
that?
I was Nicole and them guys. They said they told her, "Oh, Joey's out with two bitches and blah 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 boom." And here I am. And again, next time I'm down my mom, I'll let you talk to her again. And she'll sit there and tell you, "What did Joey do for Valentine's Day?" He said, "Home all day, bummed out." Because I told my mom, all holidays are canceled until my wife's home. I didn't
Well, she
celebrate no
did say
holidays.
in a video, and it wasn't with Nicole. She did a video by herself, and she was ranting, and she wasn't in jail at the time, and she made allegations that
Yes.
she said, "I admit I have herpes." Okay, oh well, you
Oh,
know.
she was at North. Yeah, she was at Northwood. Yeah, what it was, this is what is bad about the jails. What it is she went in jail clean because I got her clean off drugs. She was on probation. The first day of every month, I took her to Girard, Ohio for her probation person. They drug tested her. She was clean. What happens when she came out of jail? She got hooked on subs while she was inside there. So I ended up having to take her to Northwood in Weirton for rehab to get her off the subs. She had a detox in. That's the second time I put her in drug rehab.
Yeah, my allegations is the herpes. She did a video where she was cussing subscribers out, and she was like, "Okay, I have herpes. What of
Yeah,
it?"
what?
Like,
Yeah, yeah. She got herpes when she was 15 years old. Yeah, she's had herpes since she was 15. I didn't even know she had them. What happened was we was about 8 months into the relationship, and I don't know if I can say this on YouTube or not. I wanted to go down on her, and I saw bumps. And I'm like, baby, do you need a new razor? You got razor bumps. She's like, oh, hold on, stop for a second. I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, I need to tell you something. I was like, what? You got razor bumps. I'll just go buy new razors tomorrow. She's like, I got herpes. And I was mad. I was mad as hell. Because I'm thinking like, why wouldn't you have told me this? You kind of how did you lie about it? Well, I was afraid if I told you I had herpes, you wouldn't want to be with me. I was like, well, I probably would have had second thoughts, and or two, we would have been a lot more protective than when you had sex. And also, I looked it up. There's a medicine you can take for herpes where you take it all the time, which helps keep it from not breaking out. But I was like,
mhm.
why didn't you tell? Well, she goes, well, babe, think about it. If I told you my real age and I told you you had herpes, would you want to fuck with me? And I told her, I was like, if I knew your new age, we would never have dated, period. The end. It would just never happen. But you told me you was 25. The herpes, like I said, I could take you to the doctor. I did some more research on it because, I'm clean at this time. I never had anything like this before. So I got mad, but I just told her, I said, you know what we're going to do? This is what we're going to do. We're going to go schedule a doctor's appointment. I went and got tested, the whole 9 yards. And I end up catching herpes from her. I have H1. I have oral. And I don't know how I don't have H1H because he has H1H2. I don't know how I don't have H1H2, but as much as we appropriate, we don't use condoms. But apparently, you can only catch them during an outbreak, whatever. But apparently, yeah, I got H1 from she gave them to me. And people are like, well, why wouldn't you have left her then? At that time, we're already invested. We're together. It's like I already got them. So at that point, I mean, was I mad? Yes. But at the end of the day, done is done. You know what I mean? You can't go back and change it. So I mean, I just accepted it for what it was.
Um,
So it was
did
devastating.
was somebody else a victim of her STDs because they the one who bought it out to her that she's passing it out? So was somebody else a victim? Do you know that before
Um,
you? could have been a
I don't
victim of.
know. I
Yeah.
don't know. I
That's
don't
how
know.
I found out, is because of a subscriber calling out about passing out the STD. I want to get into Cage a little bit. They said Cage was actually 17.
I've heard that rumor too, but my thing of it was when I met Cage, um, she was bartending at Privilege. And anybody who knows, if you go into a Sparkles to buy liquor, they can't they can't even touch it. They're not even allowed to
Mhm.
touch it. So when I got with
Absolutely.
Cage, she's bartending. So why would I think she's 17 or 18? I never even asked her age. Okay, she's bartending. She's over 21. Because why would a man risk his business license to have an underage girl bartending?
Mhm.
And we hired a police officer to do security in our bar. We had him in our bar all the time. So at the end of the day, again, why would I ever doubt her age? If you walk into a if you walk into a bar and you see somebody bartending, they gotta be over 21, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
Joey,
again,
don't you know? So what's the lesson you've learned from all of this, Joey? With them saying, okay, Cage was 17, and you said that Aniya was sitting at the bar with no stamp on, so that means she's 21. Joey needs to do better background checks just because somebody is at a bar.
you know what? To be honest with you, it's almost to the point now. Hi, I would like to date you. Can I please see your driver's license, ID, and can I see your my chart? Because it's like
Yeah,
it's that. I
absolutely.
mean, I'm not being rude, but I mean,
Now that's real shit.
logically, it's real shit. It's real shit at this point because here I am dating a girl. I'm 25. Okay, there's no mark on your hand. You got face tattoos. You're over 21. Or Cage. Okay, you're bartending at the bar. You got to be 21 or older because how does somebody have somebody bartending at a bar that's underage?
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, but how do you do that? I mean, can you imagine meeting somebody? Hey, I need your my chart and I need your ID before I ask you out. That's not exactly a great come on line. You know what I'm
Now we
saying?
just had
So
a conversation about that yesterday. We're saying that's actually the new thing to dating with today. Love Jones said, "Is it could it be to a point that you just didn't care that she if Anaya had herpes or not? Like, is it to the point where you probably wouldn't even have
well,
cared?
well, like
Be
I said,
honest,
here.
though. Be honest. We being
Oh, I'm being
transparent.
honest.
Okay.
If she'd have told me she had herpes up front, I probably would never have touched the girl because I'm 50 some years old, never had an STD in my life, so why would I risk it? I did have feelings for her. I mean, I would have done my research, like, hey, how does this work? How do you catch it? Because later on I found out there's a medicine you take, it keeps it suppressed. If she doesn't have a breakout, you can only catch it if she has an outbreak. But that, but by that time it's over with. You know what I mean? It's like after she told me, I didn't. And the very next morning, I called. I called the doctors. I say, by the way, I might have been exposed to this. Her and I went in there. We got tested, and that's whenever she just came out and said, hey, by the way, I've had these since I was 15. And again, when I asked her why wouldn't you have told me, she said, I didn't think you'd want to be with me. Just like she lied about her age. Well, I didn't think you'd want to be with me. But by then, again, we've already formed a relationship and went through moved from Ohio. I moved her from Ohio to West Virginia, opened my home, everything else, and she's already pregnant once, and we're actively together. We've already got a marriage license, the whole night. We did all that stuff. So at that point, I said, let's see what the doctor says. I went down, and the doctor's like, well, you have H1. She has H1, H2, but and I already knew that. So at that point, I'm just thinking in the back of my head, well, done is done. You can't go back and change it. So I was like, is what it is. I just took it as this is what it is. We're gonna be together anyway. So at this point, you have it, I have it. There it is, and that's how I
Let
looked
me
at it.
let me address Sierra. Sierra, somebody actually did say, Sierra, you must have missed the video. It wasn't Joey. It was one of before I ever knew who Joey was. I knew Joe. I heard Joey's name, but I was following uh Anaya, and she was cussing a subscriber out because the whoever the subscriber was like, yeah, bitch, tell everybody how you got herpes and stuff. And this is way before she wasn't even in jail when this came out. No, it's not sign. She said, is herpes a part of this? No, it was just that, you know what I'm saying? It was just way before. So with I just had to get the transparency out of him. I think the only thing he would have different is keep it off the internet. I think by then it was too late and you already had it. Yeah, so it's not. Sonya's like it's making me sick. I can't on this good Sunday. So yeah, I definitely want to do a part two with you, Joe, because I want to play these videos. I want to play all the receipts. I want to give Sierra a chance because I did invite Sierra over here to the chat. I didn't know she actually had receipts. I just know that I'm gonna send you the video where she's actually under your comment section, Joey.
Okay.
I'm just
All right.
the live. I was on your Facebook. That's how I found Sierra under your
All right.
But
Yeah.
see, a lot.
There's
Let me say the point of the herpes thing real quick. Joe was straight up about that. So when people try to spin a narrative on somebody and he just admitted that on live in front of strangers because he doesn't know us from Adam and Eve. And he's admitting that I know to that not only about those receipts and what he just was honest about him. Now I'm about to message him because bruh know me. He don't know me personally, but he definitely knows you. Oh, she said you know. She said she's gonna message you real quick, Joey. She said you don't know her personally, but you know her. So she said she's
oh,
gonna message.
it could be. I mean, the thing of it is, we have so many followers. We have so many haters. I personally can't keep up with it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've come close to some of them. I mean, like I said, I can show you right now over here. Shit, it's like there's people. It's like we got people. I get this stuff in the mail. Like here, I just got this in the mail for some one of our friends. They sent us for the baby kit. You see this here? They sent us
Mm-hmm.
this. Somebody sent us this. Apparently, you don't cut nails no more. You have like a little grinder thing. We got this in the mail from one of our fans. This is really cool. Here, let me get this out. Hold on. Oh, I thought this was really neat. We got this in the mail too. It's a bottle. Oh shit! How do I turn the camera? Well, however, um, what the hell did I just do? Oh, here it is. See this? This is a bottle warmer. It's like 4 8 ounce. You just put the bottle down inside, a little bit of water. Yeah, we got people. Somebody sent us a pack and play already, and a lot of people said it was okay to send us stuff because they want to find was a boy or girl. So people, we have a lot of good people, and what makes it bad is a lot of our supporters were afraid to support us online because as soon as they do, you have Nicole and oh, he's a pedophile. They would bash him. So we have a lot of friends we talk on the back channel because they just don't want to come out there and get bashed. And I
Mm-hmm.
totally understand that. I truly do understand that.
Joey kicked himself off, you guys. He'll be back. Shout out to the people that's supporting the baby, and buying them gifts and overlooking those things. I want to ask Joey a question. Joey doesn't have charges on him, but damn it, Joey. Um, now I see why some of the things are happening that's happening and you're doing what you're doing. Shit. Um, I'll wait for him to come back. Sierra, I would love for you to come back for part two. And Sierra, I'm gonna call you myself when I end this. Joey is back.
Hey, sorry about that. I think I bumped the button when I was moving around. I looked over like, oh, where'd she go? That's my fault. I was moving around too much. But my thing of it is this:
Joey,
if
so
I get
my friend looked you up. She said there is no marriage license.
I got it. Hold on.
Okay. Okay.
I got it. Shit, I got it. Hold on. Okay, no marriage license. Now look, this is AI. We're moving. What the hell? What does that look like? Is that a marriage license right there? Hey, you want a picture of it? I can send it to you.
Yeah,
There's a marriage
please.
license. Yeah, marriage license. Okay, I got you. I'll send you a picture.
All right.
Like I said, I got receipts all day. I mean, what? But oh, that's AI. Did
Not
you
that
see me
you
just
got a
go over?
file cabinet full of receipts. That's crazy.
Girl, you see that binder? You see that binder? That's one binder. That's all receipts. One binder. That's all receipts. Plus, I got another binder down the other house.
Let me ask you something, Joey. When you're getting
Yes,
these
ma'am.
people locked up, and stuff, are you an informant? Are you just working with the police? What is that about?
Okay, so what's going on? For years when I was up there, I wasn't working with them. They'd call me once in a while, try to find somebody. I was helping people, like missing people, stuff like that. And then once I got with Anaya, and Naya told me her backstory, the people I was working with doing other things, I was like, you know what? I want more involved in this. I was like, I really care for this girl. This girl's been through hell. If some, you know what? I'm gonna make a warning right now. Anybody watching this, you fuck with my girl, I'm coming at you. Simple as that. Fuck with my girl,
Mhm.
I'm gonna be in your rearview mirror. Period.
Okay.
That's your warning. That's your one and only warning from me.
Okay.
As you can see, Nicholas Felder is in jail. Misty is in jail. And I guarantee you there's a few other people. Trey Mitch, you're being investigated. Sir Jackson, you're being investigated. This woman over here has the receipts. There's other people I can mention too. Just letting you all know. The woman over here has the receipts. You're being investigated. Period. Fuck with my girl again and see what happens to you. I will bury you. Simple as
Yeah.
that. See, there we go.
I mean, it is
Now we're back
showing
on
up
good news.
the police. That's why I asked. So he's not lying about that, guys. She said, "What are your plans after she has the baby? What are the plans for the relationship?"
Oh, well, like I said, when she gets out, give me about 60 days. You're going to see an ID showing Aniya Lee Mercer. We are a family. We are together. When she gets out, she's going to sign full custody over to me because we're worried about these people complaining about her. The CPS might try to come against her due to her criminal background and her mental illness taking the baby. So when she comes out, you will see Aniya Lee Mercer on her ID. I will have full custody of the child. We will be raising our child in this home, in the other home too. But we're gonna be a family. Period. I already talked to Northwood about doing outpatient for her to help work with her anger management. She's gonna do. Oh yeah, she's gonna be doing some anger management too. But it's all gonna be through Northwood. She'll be doing outpatient. So I'm already in the process setting things up for the safety of Anaya, the safety of the baby. Well, again, Jeremiah Daniel Mercer. Yeah, we're going to definitely make sure he's going to be safe. And yeah, I got things I got to put in place and stuff like that because Anaya does suffer from mental illness. It's a rarity, but when her PTSD kicks in and she goes through a psychosis, we now have better plans in place.
Let me ask you about that one. Do you think, because it kind of coincides with what Sierra's asking you? Sierra said you put her business out here. Like she said, I can't believe you're making it seem like people effing with her when you're giving them the gas. Do you feel like you've been a part of the problem with putting Anaya's business on Facebook, you guys' business and things like that on Facebook?
Anything anything I've posted about Anaya on Facebook, her and I have already done a live about. And
Mhm.
that's just the thing. If Facebook, you saw Crimes of Passion, you saw the mistakes inside that thing. I've contacted them. I can send you the message where I've contacted them. I'm just trying to clear the air. I'm trying to show people because you have my ex-wife out here. You have Nicole. You have Fi trying to paint this picture that's not real. I have again. I sent you all the receipts, and it's not that I'm airing my wife's business out on here. I'm setting the facts straight because I've heard some nasty stuff said about it. And I mean, I've seen some really nasty ass posts. I finally got my Facebook Live back a couple days ago, and I did a live on there. And I told everybody, you put something nasty about my wife on Facebook, you are blocked. I blocked now 47 people in 3 days, and don't give two fucks. I'm
And
not
can
here
I
for.
say, Sierra, let me ask you something. Is it wrong that some things get spilled on social media and Crime of Passion does a 17 part? And shout out to Crime of Passion, but they do a 17 part. Is it wrong for Joey to say, "No, nah, this is my business. Let me tell them where they're going wrong and let me tell them where they're right in places." Nah, it's how he does it. She said, okay, she said it's just how you do it, how you display it and stuff that she
Well,
has
you
a
know what though?
she's a
My
fan of
problem.
she is a fan of Anaya's and I can tell that.
Yeah, well, the thing of it is frustration gets set in after a while. No matter what I say, you're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar. And, you're a pedo or you this. It's like these people. So what? So let's go hypothetical for a second. So let's just say I never picked her up from Trey Mitchell's house. Let's just say I did pick her up from Trey Mitchell's house, and oh wow, you're get the fuck out of my car. Where would Anaya be today? Back in the streets, still on drugs, selling ass, the whole 9 yards. She could be dead right now. She could be in jail right now. I gave this woman a chance. Like I said, I was one of the most famous people in Youngstown. Walk in any bar I want to, do whatever I want to do. People celebrated it, no problems.
So you're
And I was
basically
told
saying you're used to lights, camera, action.
I'm used to being out in the spotlight. But my point of it is, I was willing to give all that up to save a life. To save a life. Here's this girl was basically jumping from house to house to house, prostituting herself out on drugs. Like her family's abusing her. She's told me about how many people raped her, beat her, stole from her. And I gave up everything I had. I could be in Youngstown right now, just a 221 having a bar. I could be going to Coconut tonight having a drink. I could be, and I was like, you know what? Do I want a bar life? Do I just want to go out and party the rest of my life? And give her a better life. That's what I did.
Joey, you cut out for a minute. Can I ask you
And like
something?
I said,
Can you see how because
yes, ma'am.
I think I definitely get Sierra, and like I said, I found her off of you. Um she said how you was she said how you was stealing her CP off of Snap and trying to spin it like you was trying to sign her into an old page. What's a
Huh?
CP?
What's a CP? That's a good question. What is a CP? Are you still here?
Yeah, your picture left.
Ah, I know. How do I get you back? Hold on. I'm dumb on these phones. Hold on. We're on. Oh wait, I know. Wait, I know what to do. I go here, right here. Nope. How do I get you
I
back?
and what I was saying, she said no, and it's fine. I get it, Sierra. Because Sierra's a fan of hers. And can you see that Sierra and them was following Anaya? Like you got your people that follow you, and they're saying like the exposure she's went through too much. She's dealing with mental issues. She's suffering. Can we just leave some things offline?
Well, we could, but the problem of it is everybody's making up all these assumptions and stuff like that. And again, I wouldn't be on here if people wasn't trying to say this and say this and say that. I'm trying to set the record straight. Here, let me sign back in because I cannot, for the life of me, figure out this damn phone to come back to you, and it's driving me freaking nuts. Hold on. What? Hold on. I'm entering the studio again. Hold on. I'm sorry about this. I need to set this phone down. Quit touching the goddamn thing.
Okay. Brianna said, "What about exposing her pictures?" Okay, let me.
There we go. I'm back.
Brianna said, "What about exposing her pictures?" I don't know what pictures they're talking about. That's gonna be about it, and then I'm gonna reach out to you, Sierra, and me, you, and I want you,
All right,
me,
I
and
can't hear you. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. It says
can you hear
only the
me?
host can see you.
I can see you.
I can't hear you.
Hold on. Come back, Joey. I'm gonna wrap this up with Joey with that last question from Brianna. But Sierra, I'm gonna hit you up, baby. Because I want to have you and Joey back on the platform together. I do. Oh, child porn. Oh. Mm. She says Sierra's being protect. Yeah, Sierra's very protective of Anaya. That's how. Mm. I don't know. I got Joey back. Joey, can
All
you
right,
hear
I'm
me?
back.
They said that
Wow, man, I gotta lay this phone
it,
down. I'm touching buttons and don't know what the hell I'm doing.
can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
They said that did you show child porn? I mean pornography of Sierra, I mean of Anaya, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. So what happened there was that was a total mistake. What happened was is I'm her manager. She signed a contract with me. I'm in charge of all her stuff. I was trying to show a tattoo of her where it said on her butt, and I cropped it out. I didn't, and I put it at the top of my page. I did not know it would show the full picture down below. It was only on there for like a couple of minutes. It goes, "Hey, by the way, you're showing her." I'm like, "What?" And I looked at it and I was like, "Oh fuck." So I deleted that really, really fast. I don't know how the hell I did it. I'm dumb. Like right now, I cannot figure out how to bring your picture back up so I can see you or anything, but I can at least hear you anyway. Um, I don't know how the hell I did that shit. But so that was taken off there. But that was corrected. What happened was I actually got arrested for revenge porn. But Nyes already wrote the letter saying that was an accident. He's my manager. The cop went down and lied to her, said I was posting all these naked photos of her on Facebook, which anybody who knows Facebook, if you post naked photos, guess what? I'm pretty sure they're going to ban my page. So no, I do show her modeling photos and stuff like that. But the thing of it is, at the end of the day, that's promoting her. I can send you pictures from when I was trying to get her a maximum. She's actually done a. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, she's actually done advertising for Nicole. I can send you pictures of that too. I'll send you all that shit. I will send you all that stuff.
Let me just say this as a woman and a mother. I'm waiting for Joe to come back. Give me a second. He's back.
Damn phone, fuck that thing. But
This I want to say this to you, Joey.
yes,
And
ma'am.
as her manager and everything that she's been through,
Yes.
stuff, and I know you want to, you know, hey, I can't tell you what to do, but can we stop with the, because we already got out that you're this trafficking and stuff, and I can see Sierra's them being a fan and want to be supportive of Aniya, and her man is showing pictures of this, and you're like, well, I'm her manager and I want her to get to Maxwell, I want to get to Vogue, I want her to get to her. Can you see now why the stuff is being said about you? Because you gotta, she's still under, like, she's not grown, but she's not young either, but at the same time it gives out that perception. Go ahead, Joey.
Here's something people. Okay, I want to say something a lot of people don't realize. Um, Anaya loves the attention. When Anaya's home, 80% of the stuff you see on my page, even if it sounds like I'm saying it, it's not me doing it. Her doing it. She loves the attention. There's a lot of times, man, that was really nice what you said about your wife today. I was like, what oh, you talk to my wife? No, it's on Facebook. I'll go on Facebook and she's posting shit, acting like me. I'm like, babe, why would you do? Well, I just want people to understand and know that I love you and you love me and blah blah blah. And so, really, 80% of stuff you see on my Facebook page, I'm not posting. That's
Mhm.
her. She
but
does it.
but but we already got, this is what I'm saying about it. Okay, so Anaya's posting when she gets out. What's the change when the baby comes? We're already dealing with bullshit, we're already dealing with all of this. Can we
So,
cut some shit out?
oh yeah. No, and Nine Eyes already talked. My pappy taught me a long time ago. If you stay in the past, you're never gonna move forwards. So once Anaya gets home, Anaya is said when she gets on her, she got some people's heads she wants to get on. But we want to change the page to a family page. This is Anaya going through pregnancy. This is Anaya going to her doctor. This is Anaya learn how to nurse. This is Anaya, you know, we want to do a family thing. No more bullshit. No more Phi. No more Nicole. No more wheat. That's over with.
Because
We
you bring
we
the baby into the world, so shit is different. It's the
right.
it's like some shit, and I agree. It just gotta be tucked. We gotta change.
Yeah, because what's going on is you have to understand. You know, when it comes to Anaya, she's in the streets for 2 years. Nobody knew who Anaya. If Anaya never met me, nobody knew who Anaya is. So at first, I think she got sucked in with the attention. Like, oh my god, whatever I posted, like I get, because she's like, how many people don't how many friends you got? Um, every hour. Oh, who commented what? I said, "Babe, I don't, I'm not that thirsty." Yeah, and that's the problem because oh Joey, you're an asshole. You're a pedo. I'm like, okay, cool. It doesn't affect me. And Nia takes it personal, and that's why I told Nia when you come back out, we need like you really we need to back up from social media. Period. I said because you just take shit personal. And so we want
But it should affect you, Joey, because you have a daughter that's 28.
yes.
Where does Joey grow up? Because we're still talking about, yeah, okay, so Snoop Dogg posted, you got Ari and Moneybag Yo, you're hosting shows. Where is Joey's daughter at seeing that this is being said about her father and Joey going, I don't care. And when do we start to care?
So what's going? Oh no, I do care to a point, but what it
Okay.
is like one day goes, Dad, did you really just do a movie? I'm like, yeah. He goes, did they really make an action figure? I'm like, yeah. Here, and she goes, can I see it? So I gave her, and she was just amazed by it. So she's interested in the stuff that I do, but now the backlash though, and that's what is hurting her in my relationship because she's like, why are people talking about it? I know you, Dad. I've seen the girls you brought here. I know Anaya. It's like, why do people say this stuff? I say, baby, it's social media. It's terrible. Like I just
Mhm.
saw my daughter a couple days. Detail her car, pull out the front seat. I talked to her, but it has put strain on our relationship because there's so much bad publicity out there. It's like my grandkids. My son doesn't really want me around my grandkids right now because it's on social media. It's like if you look at my Facebook, Easter last year, you see Aniya coming out the door, grandkids coming out behind her. We did the Easter egg hunt, the whole 9 yards. That just went viral as hell. Here's Aniya, me, my son, my daughter-in-law, the grand, Blakely, Aria. We're doing an Easter egg hunt, and we had a great time. But it went so viral. People, oh my God, your dad, this, your dad. It was too much for them. They like the private life, so that's why they kind of back up with the grandkids because it's like we don't need it all out there. You know what I mean? They're not used. I'm used to the attack. When this first started happening, I felt weird. I had all these people walk, hey, can I get my picture taken with you? Can I get my picture taken with you? And I'm thinking like, okay. And then one year over the mall, they hired me. I was taking pictures with Santa Claus and girls. I mean, it was this weird, but I adapted to it. Let's do it this way. It got so bad at the beginning. Let's say you and I are walking down the mall, just chilling, right? Just chilling, talking. By the time we would leave the mall, there'd be a face. Somebody had snapped a picture. It's on Facebook. Who's the new girl? Because I was bad. I mean, I was out there I was sleeping with a lot of women. But I'm very, what people don't understand that when I sleep with women, I am very, very particular. I like shorties. I like a certain body type. I like a certain face. It's like, 'cause I've turned down tons and tons and tons of girls. They want to go out. No, you're not my type. Well, you didn't even
Let me
talk to me.
did the attention did you feel good to finally get some attention at some point, like, hey, you're getting, because Sierra said she felt like you was how did she say, she said no, she said nah, she's not just taking things personal. No, what did she say? She said you helped to expose her willingly and you was paid off of Facebook off of our outrage.
Well, paid, but the point of it is, no, actually, social media. I kind of wish it never even happened because I had some friends who were girls, who were just girls. And like the one girl was like, "Hey, can you take me to the store? She had to get her prenatal vitamin." Like, yeah, I started getting out of the car. She goes, "Stay in the car." I'm like, "Wow, what's wrong? I was gonna come in and see the guy thing on sale." And she's like, "No, I don't want to be seen with you inside the store because I'm here buying prenatal vitamins, and they see us. I'm gonna get a picture, and they're gonna think, oh my God, I'm with Joey." So no, it actually turned a little aggravating because no matter if we would post a picture, I swear to God, they had a magnifying glass. Oh, we see this in the background. Oh my God, we see this in the background. I'm not even looking in the background. I'm taking a picture of what I want to take a picture of. And it got so crazy. People were literally going over any photo of us at all. They were going over with a fine tooth pick, trying to find something in the background to say something about.
Mm-hmm.
So no, actually, Nye and I talked a while ago saying we kind of wish now we would just done our thing and not even put it out there because so many people's in our business. And like I said, I was just so used to posting shit. I just post life. It's like we went to Canfield Fair, for instance. Got the bands, was eating food. She went to go ride the rides, and she found out real fast that Naya's not built for the big ride. They here to live in. She almost passed out on them. So we're going around now. We're looking at the animals, looking at stuff. We went over, I think, like the little kid rides. Hey, can I ride these? Yeah, go ahead, babe. You're tall enough. Go ahead. So she's riding those. I'm taking pictures. She's laughing. We had a beautiful day. Go home. We put her pictures and videos out there, sharing our lives, doing the little butterfly things. Oh my God, look at the pedo. He took Anaya to Kittyland. No, I took her to Canfield Fair. Found out she couldn't ride the rides, but people, let's make fun of them now. Oh, she's on Kittyland rides. Why would you post that?
I get
I'm
that
not even.
because I've got that before. I understand that. I do. I do. I've had it happen before.
I wasn't even thinking about Kittyland. I saw my
Mm-hmm.
wife rides, laughing, joking, having an amazing day. So I mean, I'd rather rode the big rides, but she can't do them. And at the end of the day, be Anaya. What's
And
wrong with
let
it?
me ask you this, Sierra. Do you see what he's saying? Because I do. And my moderators know this. Um, it's almost like regardless what we do, sometimes even to us when it's not bad, it's something bad. It just turns everything like, where you're a fan of Ania's, anything that Joey does, is it going to be that it's not good enough? You get what I'm saying? Because I got to play devil's advocate here. I can't see everything that Joey's posting is just like, it just fucking with us. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because I can't even post nothing and it fucks with somebody. And it does. So I know where he's coming from with this. Like, like we can't live throughout y'all and what y'all want us to do or how y'all want us to live. We can't as people. It's not fair for me to say, well, Joy, you got to move how they want you to move. How they. I mean, it's damn if he does and damn if he doesn't. It's just one of those. it's just me personally coming from a personal, like I understand what he's saying. Like it's almost like I like now that I took her out to have a good time. That's what she wanted to do. You took her to Kitty Land and all this. Joey, thank you so much for pulling up with me today. I'm gonna hit you up tonight about part two. I want to have a conversation with Sierra. Hopefully, we all get on one page, one accord, and stuff with her being somebody that follows your wife, that is a fan of your wife and stuff like that. Aniya's 19, you guys.
20.
I mean 20. I'm sorry, 20, and he's 53. I mean,
You know what's funny too? I want to say one more thing. Started GoFundMe for her. Say, hey, if you guys want to put money on her books, put money on her books. And people are like, oh my God, she's your wife. Why should we put money on her books? Well, you guys support her. Well, we support her through Facebook by saying, good girl, do a good job. But if I say, hey, we'll put some money on her books, well, that's your wife. Why would I support her like that? I just want to be all talking. There's an old saying: if you're gonna walk the talk the walk. Put some money on her books. You know, download GTL, talk to her. You want to be big sister. But no matter what I put out,
I know you ain't lying. Hey, trust me. I ain't even about to say I do. I know I could never like get on her and do that because I would get the same kind
but
of reaction for a
birthday
fact.
rolled. Hey, do me a favor. I'm like, what's that? So, and this is, she's asking me, go on Facebook and say, hey, my birthday today. 'Cause a lot of women do it. It's my birthday. Hey, why don't you guys drop some money on my books for my birthday? I have all these supporters out here. So let's see how many supporters I have. Come on. Oh, you all support me. Yeah, and I did. I posted her little GTL thing, her inmate number. And she's like, oh, I can't wait. I got all these supporters. Everybody supports me so much. They're my fans. I can't wait to see them put money on my books and make my life. I can watch movies and play games and stuff. I'm like, all right, cool, babe. You know how much money she got? Zero. It broke her heart. She's like, wait a second. All these people support me in words, but when it comes right down to it, they're broke. And all they can say is, oh, that's your wife. Why would I send her money? But we'll talk about her. We'll support her. Oh, good girl. Good job, girl. But when it comes to her asking me, wait, are you broke, Joey? No, she asked me to post that because she really wanted to see who her fans were and who would actually put money on her books. And it was probably one of the biggest letdowns she ever had when she found out she got a fat zero on her birthday. Because and all women do, hey, cash at me, it's my birthday. And she's seen people do that, so she thought she would have a little bit of fun with it. Since Nicole bragged up this giant army she had, and not one person. Now she'll have guys in her inbox who want to fuck her, but nobody wants to put money on her books.
Oh my God. No, wait, Lord have mercy. I want to bring, and I'm going to say why I didn't put money on her books. I got valid reason why the fuck I didn't. He also posted some cryptic post of a little black girl saying, I love you, father, very much to an older white guy. What was that about? Before we get
Huh?
out of here, Joey. What was that? They said you posted a little black girl saying, I love you, father, to an older white guy. What was the message about it? Like, what was the concept?
That was not me. That was these are cartoons that Nicole and Five put out there, making fun of me, saying they're trying to make her
Oh,
sound like she's the little mother. And I think I posted a sarcastic thing. I think I did. But yeah, I don't do that. I don't know how to do AI. I don't know how to do cartoons.
so
This one
basically they're
trying
saying that's Anaya. They saying that's Anaya to you.
That's right. They were trying to make fun, like, oh, look at Nigel, little girl, hi, daddy, or like somebody said, oh, hi, Santa Claus. And again, here's Nicole and Five. Oh, we support her. Come on, say this. We're gonna get you out of jail tomorrow. But they're making cartoons and making fun of her.
Oh.
Like,
Well, don't repost it, Joey. Don't
well,
repost that negativity.
I went to repost it. I thought I put a thing at the top being sarcastic, but it must not put to what I wrote. 'Cause I said, yeah, guys, it's real funny. You guys support her, but you make fun of her. Oh no, we're making fun. Then they wrote me, oh no, we're making fun of you. I'm thinking like,
Oh,
dude, you're still making fun of her because that's my woman. I'm her man. It's like I just
oh,
said. I told
yeah.
her she wants to come home, and she's like, that's why she doesn't even want to get on social media anymore because, well, just like for instance, oh, that's not Joey's baby. Well, if she fucked her brothers for a Kit Kat, what would she do for a Klondike bar with a CO? Oh,
Oh,
she's in there. No, baby, she probably fucked. She fucked her brothers for a Kit Kat bar. She's probably fucking the CEOs for commissary.
Okay.
And these are,
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's wild. Wow. That right there took me, Joey. Man, Joey, I couldn't hear you, Joey.
and that's what I'm getting at, because no matter what I post positive, like I posted a sonogram. Oh, those are fake. Those are.
Okay. I seen that. I seen that. I did. I seen that for myself. Joey, I wish you and Aniya nothing but the best. I hope she gets her mental in order and stuff like that. I just feel like we all are in a, and I'm not saying this about you, Sierra, but I just feel like it's the damn if you don't, damn if you do world that we're living in. Everybody's not gonna like what y'all doing, how y'all doing it. I hope the exposure stops of any nudes, and this girl's dealt with enough trauma in her life. She really has. She doesn't. She did. Aniya needs support. I hope when she gets out, it's not the gossip. Let me tell you what they said. Let me tell you what this person said. I think it should be focused on strictly her mental, because with babies come postpartum and she's already went through enough. I really hope it's nothing but positivity in the next 30 something days when she gets out. She needs support. If you don't want to support Aniya, I just say, and I mean, it can't keep being tit for tat. Joey did this. Joey, if you really want to be there for somebody, I need people surrounding me with positivity. I've already Sierra said protect your wife. She said that's all she wants, protect your wife. And I think that is like one of the best things she said, protect. I'm not saying she's saying you're not. I don't know, Joey, what she means. She just said protect your wife.
I try to, but let's talk about one more thing before we go. I just be the last thing I promised you. Look at Ray Ray. Ray Ray took the time to download the GTO app, tried linking her with her son. You have the receipts on that. Ray Ray did that shit and turn around. Well, you know she just jump on any dick with it. You jump on any dick without even knowing the name. So you're
Yeah,
trying
I
to
did.
link your,
I do got a receipt of a girl trying to say she was supportive. She was being supportive of Aniya, and then turned around and said, "Well, we all know Aniya will jump on any DICK that she sees. That's just the type of girl she is." But yet she was trying to hook Aniya up with her son to get her away from Joey, and I just thought it was the sickest shit ever. Like, I mean, it really was. And I didn't even want to contact her because of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Aniya doesn't need those kind of people around her. She really doesn't. And it's sick how people will use you like that. And she's young and her mental is off. So she'll gravitate to those kind of people, and it's sad. So I definitely seen that receipt, and it's definitely disturbing what she said. And, you know, I was like, but yeah, you're trying to hook her up with your son, but you're calling her a whore. You know what I'm saying? You're calling her a whore, but you're trying to hook her up with your son. It make sense. Everybody's not who they're saying they are. Trust me, I did my homework a little bit, but it's so much more to this story, you guys. It's so much more. Yes, Sierra. But I want to show the receipts on part 2, and I do want to have a sit down with you and Sierra. And I think you should be open to people's perspective, not arguing. I definitely don't want to, Nicole, that's your thing. I really I don't want to go there. I don't want to deal with that part. But with Sierra, I would love to have you back to sit down with Sierra if that's okay, Joey, and get her perspective. Okay, all right. Thank you guys so much, Joey. Thank you so much. And tell Aniya we're praying for her over here and stuff like that. We wish, again, nothing but the best. And I want to send me the registry, Joey. Send me the registry and stuff like that. If anybody, okay, yeah, send me that too. If anybody would like to get anything for Sierra on the registry, I will post it myself and stuff like that. We all know we all don't have babies, a pacifier, hell, I forgot what they are, the birth cloths. Hell, I ain't had a baby in 20 some years. The birth cloths and stuff like that, bottles or anything. This is not for Joey. This is for Aniya and her baby, you know. So I definitely want to get some diapers for her and stuff like that. And Joey, thank you so much for being transparent as you can and stuff like that, and opening up to the chat, answering questions that you feel comfortable with and stuff like that. And I can't wait for part 2. And I'll be calling you in a few, Joey.
Oh yeah, if you notice, I answer all questions. I don't dodge. Have I dodged a single question?
You tried to. You tried to.
Which one?
Let me think. Shit, Joey, we done asked you so much.
Okay, let's
Oh,
right. Call me shortly. I take a picture to send it to you within the next probably 60 seconds. I'm gonna walk up
okay.
to the store. Talk. If anybody has any other questions, please PM her, PM me. If you need any other receipts, I can dig them out and show you. Not a foolish, I'm a good person. Again, I gave up all of Youngstown and all my what they call that, clout to save a girl's life, and that's what
And,
I'm
le-
trying
and
to.
All right, and let's try not to share none of the negativity that they're posting about the Kit Kats and stuff on your page. Let's not let's leave that off. So I don't want Anaya seeing that. That's so disgusting and
I'm blocked.
disturbing. That is so over like traumatizing.
Yeah, over a sonogram. This is a time of happiness. This is a time of celebration. This is God's gift to us. But people, they just can't help themselves and gotta just again, if I see negativity on my page, you will be blocked. Your shit will be deleted. I don't care. I don't need my wife coming home and going on and seeing her first sonograms released and talking about Kit Kats and Klondike bar because that would literally devastate her.
Yeah, that was
Because she
that's a
takes
low blow. That's so disgusting and disturbing. That's so disgusting. Thank
yeah.
you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys for coming over here and dialoguing with me and Joey. And thank you guys for following the story of Anaya and Joey and things like that. I appreciate you guys for keeping it respectful. Sierra, thank you for pulling up. I really appreciate you. Shout out to Nicole as well for pulling up and giving her perspective. I just want to leave that part alone. It was just important to the story and stuff like that because of the allegations. But other than that, y'all good people better go enjoy that Memorial Day because y'all know them vacations come and go quick and your ass will be back to work. Everybody.
Perfect. That was good.
The YouTube star, lighting up the screen, you know who you are. Bringing news you can use and a laugh or two. She's got the facts, the fun, and the realest view. With a voice so smooth and a smile so bright. She's shining like a beacon in the darkest night. Deep dives on the stories that really matter. She's breaking it down, cutting through the chatter. Pop and stay a while, you'll feel right at home. She's got a little something for everyone. With a heart so big and an attitude strong. Miss Parker's where you know you belong. She's an advocate, a friend, a voice for the unheard. Asking all the questions, never missing a word. Or a second to none. She's blazing like the sun. Miss Parker, the only one. She's got the news to amuse and the truth to reveal. Digging for the answers, keeping it real. For those who need a champion, she's standing tall. Fighting for justice, she's giving her all. With every upload,